The mic's on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Awkward.
My favorite kind. Super awkward and weird. So we are resuming our game of Tainted Grail.
Yes.
We were in the middle of chapter 2. Things were not going well. Things still aren't going
They're
well.
not going
They
well.
could be
at
worse.
all.
The party's completely separated.
To be fair, only one person is separated.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
The three of us went fishing in a serene lake.
We have three.
I decided to go for a walk. I don't know what you're talking about.
We have three objectives. We need to either investigate the fate of the first expedition, finding its trail in the west, which we did not do. We need to reach Camelot in the east, this way, and obtain help from its ruler. Or we need to explore the island and find a different way to progress in the story. Now, we found some hints at Titan steps that we believe might, but CJ did not have enough rep to successfully get anything going with the populace there, and it kind of backfired on him.
Heavily.
But we still have a chance. Wasn't there a time marker for that, too?
Yes, I believe there was.
Yeah. They should have like one time marker on them.
Yes.
Because if they get 3 or 4, I think that's when things go haywire. And
I believe this particular place is replaced by another place.
Yes, the people probably destroy it.
Do we want to go in there with
happy.
the three of us and just get aggressive and shoot
We
them up?
could, but I worry that that's going to cause more problems down the road. But it's a good backup plan for if my thing.
I mean, we don't have to live there.
Because I think I still need to get a 3 or higher on the die in order to succeed, even with my rep jacked up a couple of bits. But other than that, we don't really have any other clues. I checked out the farmhold a couple of times. We found a giant hole, and we decided to investigate it only to have a giant worm.
Worms!
Pop out, like,
yes, the worms were bad.
That was beneficial.
Yes.
That's true. This is true.
Hey, Reluctant Butter. Yes, H-Bomb is here with us. Sans Mask. His call.
Veterans Day.
Much appreciated. Thank you for your service.
Yes.
That is
All right. And another woot from Reluctant Butter. He's apparently very happy to see you. All right. So, it's time to start the day, I think.
Yeah.
We gotta tick this dial down.
One dial, yep.
From 3 down to 2. 2 rounds left of an active Minear. And we revealed the next event card, which last time was random. This time it's actually going to be part of the chapter. Many people of Kuanakta no longer believe their farmhold can survive. You meet them on the trail as they run with their meager possessions. You do your best to convince them that even an inactive Minear offers some protection in its vicinity, allowing isolated pockets of civilization to survive. They do not listen, and choose the dangers of the trail instead.
As they do.
Each player gains 1 free diplomacy deck advancement.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I approve.
How do deck advancements work again? We just draw the top 3, shuffle and draw.
Shuffle, draw 3, and pick one.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. It's good. It's a good thing to have.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing that characters, even his main cards, require more
Stats you don't have. Yeah. Me too.
But maybe it's for that reason that I should focus on diplomacy because I'm better at it.
Yeah, I have no empathy, and that is one of the big things for diplomacy.
Yeah.
So.
You unfeeling bitch.
I know, right? They get what they get.
Only had a little caution.
That's right.
2 and
caution.
3.
And a hammer.
Let's have a look, see at what we got here.
Take 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
A threatening voice. Bizarre methods. Oh man, that sucks. It triggers on everything, but I have to toss a dial in if I get a skull. I lose
No. Oh, no.
no. And this requires double. Oh, these all stink.
Oh, Mind Link was spirituality, which I think I can make work.
Yeah, these are terrible, genuinely speaking.
Yep.
But determination kind of works.
I'm going to roll with Artful Rhetoric.
I lose 1 energy, but advance the diplomacy track for each point of my practicality, which is currently at 1. So that seems like a good deal. Back into the advancement pool with you.
Mine is on damage, I guess that is, or on bad things. For every movement down, it actually goes up, and I draw a card instead. So hopefully that will assist us.
So we're going to place 2 random events on top of the event deck and discard this card.
That awful. I have to discard a card. I lose a rep.
Yeah,
Or this one is like.
Ouch.
This one's gain 2 charge. I would pay 1 charge to time.
Oh my.
Also take that one.
Hint, do not let the weirdness surround you. Always check the nearby menhirs in advance and have a plan ready to activate them when necessary.
Agreed. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We haven't been very good at it. We are trying to do it. All right. Well, it isn't the worst start to the day we've had.
Nope. Not the best, but not the worst either. Alright, so, move Guardians, we would, but we killed them.
Yes.
Hooray!
Like bosses.
It's the only thing we did right in the last session.
And then pick active item and secret cards. So I think we're all good there. Alright, it's time to take turns. I'm thinking what I might do is, I was planning on heading down to the Kunai Farmhold, but I'm thinking I might stop at Hunter's Grove and grab
some food
on the way, because
Okay.
I have the spare energy for this round. And I could use the food, so...
You have the horse too.
Yes, I do have the horse. So I can clomp around without losing energy. So I will go there and I will spend 2 energy to gather 2 food.
Okay.
I need another red.
Yep.
Thank you. And draw a green encounter, please, which I'll probably promptly run away from.
You got this. You got this.
Their faith in me.
Listen, it's called a sleep, which is a giant water. It's like a mermaid who has a monster for her tail and has a mouth.
Oh joy! Can I?
These sharp-toothed maidens of the sea hide their horns under molten.
This is the middle of the forest. What the hell are they doing there?
Jesus Christ!
Followed you
I
from
told
the
you.
lake.
Oh, it's a level 3.
Yes.
Hey, Conrad.
What is up?
So I think I'm just going to immediately run away. It's a level 3. It's got 13 hit points. I don't have a chance in hell.
What's
No! No!
What's its
No.
attack of opportunity?
Gain 1 terror and trash a card, or discard a card in the sequence,
Oh, okay.
which I'm not even going to bother.
Well, this
get
is
a
attack
terror.
if we run away.
Yeah.
So, in other words, you gain a terror for running away.
Well, it did scare me.
It did scare.
Yeah,
It's
it
pretty
scared the
scary.
crap out of me.
Yeah, it looks
So-
pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have physical proof.
Conrad says, I hear complaints. Do you prefer the puffins instead?
The puffins were brutal, to be fair, but
They were brutal,
but the mer monster looks terrifying.
It's a Selkie, all right?
Don't be scarred.
Can I? Hang on. I'm deliberately going to switch cams here so you can see how terrifying this is.
It's a monster with a monster tongue.
Yeah. No, thank you. It has ambush. What does that mean? I'm assuming it means it attacks me regardless.
I believe so.
Ambush is the first character
Yeah.
discards down to 1 card in hand.
Oh,
Huh,
I
does
was
not
running.
matter.
I was running away anyway. The
I'm
hell
running
with
like
this.
a bitch anyway. Get out of there.
I do not care. Bye. Bye. Starting combat. I'm just making sure there isn't anything else to deal with for running away.
Grenade?
Grenades. That'd be nice. I don't see anything though. Oh, escaping combat. You lose 1 energy and trigger the attack. Okay, that's fine. Trigger the opportunity attack. So I also
You do get a turn.
gain a terror. Oh well. I'm actually fine with that.
It looked at the xenomorphs and said, "But we can do better."
That's right.
All right, and then my horsey will carry me the rest of the way to Kunakt, where I will spend 1 energy doing chores for the townsfolk and gain 1 rep. Can I have another rep, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Just take that.
What if xenomorphs were aquatic? How about no?
No.
All right then. It was
Okay.
moderately terrifying.
So yeah, that was horrible. But that's my entire turn for this.
All right.
I'm resting after this.
What are you thinking? Should we move and get a food together, or do we want to do it separate? Because we can't split the food. That's the problem.
Right.
So, but if we do the encounter, then we'll each get 1 food.
True.
Or we can spend 2 energy. You can fight the thing, and you get 2 food for yourself, which is a nice idea. I have 0 currently, and you have 0 currently.
So does the encounter go on the bottom or?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's
So which
not
way
deal
are we
with him
going?
again.
That
Let's
way?
just
Should
not.
have played.
Going south.
That's a good question. I guess it doesn't really matter whether you go down and over or over and down.
Stab
It does because some of these make you draw encounters when. In fact, these 3
Yeah.
make you draw encounters when you.
Automatic.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
This one lets you choose. So you gain...
So if we go here, then we have to draw.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one is gather food. Gain 2 food,
Right.
then draw an encounter,
Right.
which usually gives you food.
Yes.
So
Unless it's a selkie.
at the very worst, we both get 1 food, but we both have to spend 2 energy to do it, plus 1 energy to move over.
Also, the reward for killing the selkie was bullshit. It was like 1 XP.
Ha!
And
Well,
and
XP
one-
is precious,
and
though.
1 magic.
Right.
1 XP, 1 magic.
Yeah. Ouch.
Screw you.
I mean, you can probably
For
do it by
13
yourself,
hit
no
points.
problem. I might be I'm willing to try, though. I mean, because it'd be nice to have 3 food, or 2 food and whatever the reward is.
Right.
So we don't have to go together.
Reluctant Butter says stab it.
When in doubt,
Yeah.
stab it.
So wait, so it costs us
So 1 to
energy
move over,
each to move over.
and then next round, you spend 2 to gather 2 food, and then you fight a green thing. So we can either do that together, or we can do it separate. But if we do it together, we both have to pay 2 energy, and we only get 1 food. Plus whatever the monster. So that's the cost of doing it together.
I was going to say, you both have to pay 2?
Yeah,
That
there's...
doesn't seem right.
No.
That doesn't
you
seem
thought you
split it.
split
I
it.
thought we'd
yeah.
split, so you pay
You
1, I pay
split
1.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
so
it's
we
2.
pay the cost to do
Because
the
we're doing
ability.
it as a
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
We'll do that.
All right, you want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's scoot us over.
Okay,
That'll
so
cost us 1 each.
Each spend energy.
And then it's Silent One's turn, actually, because we're not doing the ability until after your turn. You take your turn first. Moving is 1 turn.
I was going to say, turns are liquid in this game, so you can...
Well, yes
keep
and
going.
no. She's the only one that hasn't done anything.
I was going to say, I took
But
all of my
It's
turns
still
in a
it's
row.
still like-
I literally did everything.
Well, you're
Yeah.
not supposed to.
Well, nobody stopped me.
It's fine. We've been playing like that the whole time.
Yeah,
You haven't taken an action yet. We're all supposed to take 1 action per thing until we're out of energy.
We knew what he was
Good to
doing.
know.
So you
But
can.
I had a plan anyway.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you did. You did.
Because I don't want to go
That's okay.
because I'm screwed.
Do you want to do your thing, or do you want to leave there?
I
guess the
can't
question.
do my thing. I need food.
We'll bring you Burger King, I promise.
How are you going to be able to move all the way down?
I totally. Well, I'd have to exhaust myself, but then I can give you food.
Exactly. So you're not doing that either.
Well, then you have to move out of there and do something else. This gives you a purple encounter. What's the?
But isn't the purple ones that they can be good?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're the strange
Can
ones.
be.
They're the
They're the
mystique
So we have-
ones.
You have to go through here to get to there.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
She doesn't
It's
have
not-
any choice.
yeah.
She has to go
Right.
I
first.
have to go through it to get back to home base.
Well, then you can either wait there or you can go do a purple encounter.
I can't wait because if nobody can come to food, I can't wait.
She will starve.
I
No,
will starve.
I can get there. I can get there.
No, you can't. You literally just said you will exhaust yourself, which is
That's
no better
okay.
than me exhausting myself to stay there.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Not fine.
It'll probably be fine. Well, then you're gonna have to deal with a purple encounter. That's your only other choice. You have to move north and deal with a purple encounter. So, what would you like?
I'm just more mad and pissed that I wasted.
How much energy do
I
you?
have no.
How much energy do you have? So, because when you,
So what happens
if
when-
you don't eat food, the only thing you don't do is you don't gain terror, I think, or you don't heal.
No.
You drop your energy to 0. If it was already at 0, you lose it. So she would be, if she stays there and does that, she will get that stuff. But when she rests, she will become exhausted and just get 4 points. Right, 4. So she'll have like 2 points of energy next
Okay.
before becoming exhausted.
Right.
We need to get that.
But this is also the only place I think where we can get magic.
You gain magic and
you
XP.
you can actually generate magic. So that's not.
I
a big
can,
deal.
but I can only have up to 4 that way,
Yeah.
and you require an extra.
But if you have 4, then we just need someone else to have 1. I currently have.
Okay.
I currently-
Okay. So we're good on magic.
So we're
the
good
XP
on
is
magic.
super
The
precious.
XP is nice. It's certainly nice.
Yeah.
But only if you need it would I say stay there. If you don't need it, then just go. The other option would be to just explore. Have we explored in this place yet?
No.
Don't.
I don't
believe
think so. It
Could we have
might
done
be
that
interesting.
zero ability first since the new day?
You mean before we leave?
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Would you like to retroactively have done that?
I don't even remember what that place does.
I
but it's
wish I
nice.
had done
You
that,
would lose
honestly.
a terror, gain a health, and an energy.
And an energy. So your energy would actually go to plus
Plus
1.
one. You should have done that first.
Do you gain that though?
Yes. That's why Mirror Lake is there.
Yeah.
Because it's
We-
awesome.
0 rest. Gain
I wish I'd thought of that. It costs
energy.
you nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have
Gain
done that before we
energy,
left.
health,
We're idiots.
and lose 1, and only once per day. So this is
Yeah,
the next
we'll
day.
interactively do
Yeah, go back
that.
and do
Sure,
that.
sure.
So,
Especially because you two are both hurting.
so that would
That's
lower
good.
that, and that would
I will
raise our
I'll
energy.
live without. I'm fine.
Okay.
Now you have 1 extra.
I have 1 extra energy. I can't
That was
make
like a
it to
free
you.
move.
Was my thing down there?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, CJ took a picture, so we knew where everything.
Yeah.
Did we do?
Yes.
You're at full energy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
We did.
So I should be able to get to you with some food. Because I have 1, 2.
Now that you have one.
Because I'm going to spend 1, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Do your action. I believe in you. Get the XP. Get the terror.
If you
Yeah,
get XP, you'll have
one,
6,
yeah.
so you can buff something
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, if I can help somebody advance, I'd feel way better about this because I am doing terrible.
So my thing is stay then. Or do
Well,
I
you can
now?
do it
You
now.
can do it right now.
It's 4 energy.
You gain a
You
terror.
gain a terror, but you also gain a magic and 1 XP.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, gaining an XP is,
Difficult.
yeah, very challenging.
Then
That's
out of it.
Yeah.
that's her whole turn. But
All right, that's fine.
she will have to rest at a Menhir to get some of that terror down.
Yep.
But we can worry about that in a minute.
Yep.
You guys, I'm done for the turn. Get everything.
All right, so we're going to spend 1 energy each. And we're going to reveal a green encounter. And we're going to whip its ass, I hope.
Well, you get 2 food as well. You guys split that?
Yeah, we're gonna split it.
we'll
Yeah,
split the food, and then that
Better whip it
I hope so.
the one.
to 1, and the loot is surprisingly good for.
I accept.
It
Combat it is.
is a frenzy boar.
Okay.
Bacon.
In its pan.
Bacon it is. I accept.
In its panic-fueled attempt to run away from the weirdness, it will charge anything that looks like an obstacle. It has a enemy trait of rush. First character receives damage.
Ow.
Okay.
Whatever.
The loot is food.
Fuck yeah.
It is only 6 hit points.
Okay.
0 to 1 is 1 damage. You
Okay.
lose a cube. 2 damage. 3 to 4 is damage and lose.
Ouch.
And 5 would be 3 damage and discard the last card from the
Right.
opportunity is discard the last.
What you're saying is
Yeah, pretty.
Yes.
Do we draw 2 cards each then because there's 2 of us?
3, isn't it?
Or is it 3? I
There's
don't
only 2
recall.
of us, so we draw 3.
Okay.
Yes. When there's 4 of you, you draw 2 each.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the first card in the sequence doesn't matter. You get the cubes as long as you have the thing, right? As long as it matches up to the monster.
You'll get it if it doesn't. Well, it doesn't. The first one doesn't really give you anything.
Well, that's why I was curious because I actually have one that matches up with what he's got. I won't get the aggression bonus for the next card, but he's got one on his.
Right. So you get that. Yeah.
I get that one and that one.
Right.
It doesn't have to go because it's your first.
Right. But if it matches up, you get the bonus. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I could spend the magic and just murder it. I don't know what you got.
Oh, if you just want to go kill it.
But I can spend my one magic. How many points does it have? 6?
Yes.
That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd only be 5. But I could there's 6. There's 7, 8. That's times 2.
Yeah, but you're already going to use your magic.
Connects with a. Oh, that's right. It's got to connect with lightning bolt. That's the issue. I only have one lightning bolt, which does that. So I can do this one to start. It does 1, 2. If I spend my magic, 3, 4.
What you got, Mr. Combat?
I can do 2 out the gate.
So this one would give me aggression and a card and damage.
Yep, so that'd be 2 damage and draw a card and set up a triple for the very next card.
Which.
Oh, there you go.
Oh no, lightning
That's
doesn't
going to
work.
be 6 more.
Oh yeah, you need a lightning bolt.
The lightning doesn't. This one. Can't start with that. Well, I can, but it's not doing anything.
Although if you can follow it up with hell, even if I follow it up after you take a damage, you need the lightning bolt. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't forget, whoever goes first takes 2
Takes
damage.
2 damage. Yeah.
Plus whatever the board does.
Wait a minute, this card is 2, 3, 4. Well, I can take the damage and go first if you want.
Good night, Reluctant Butter. Thanks for coming, man.
Night, dude.
Later.
That lets you draw a card.
This will give me another card.
Yes, but you have another lightning bolt card too.
And this one automatically gives me 1 cube for each missing point of health, and I am missing 2.
Right, but only if you stop there.
No, that's automatic.
Oh, that's one place. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when placed, that's 2 damage, and I get another card. And this one's going to lightning bolt. And then
But that one
depending on
does.
what I draw,
Yeah,
this
that's fine. If you have to go second, if I have to go after that, it's not a big deal.
2,
That would give you,
3,
or would you get
4.
two? Get 2 cubes.
No, I have to have the 2 to get the 1.
Yeah, you just get one
Oh,
cube.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
requirements
that's
too.
So,
Yeah, you have
so it all depends on
What
this
you draw.
card.
All right. So you're gonna go first and take the damage then?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do that.
All right.
Well, actually,
Actually,
I
you
go
do that
first. Yeah, I go
Yeah.
first. That's 1, 2. So now I'm missing 4 health.
There you go.
So,
That's one way to do it.
That'll do that. Plays that one
Shit.
first. So that's 4. Draw that.
Need to do 2 more.
I can lightning and draw a card and set up a triple.
Yep. So draw a card and see if you get a lightning bolt. What do you gain on
If
putting
not,
it
it
down?
doesn't.
Gain a cube for each.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Oh, the aggression.
2.
So he's dead.
He's
Dead.
dead. Never mind.
Nicely done.
Okay.
I'll just put my cards back.
Bye, Big.
I'm hanging out with the combat
So
monkeys.
So
you
you're
get
gonna give her
1,
food, so
3.
you take
Yeah.
2 and I take
All right.
1.
That sounds good. Yeah, and I'll get her fed when I get down there.
Yes.
All right.
All right, that wasn't bad.
Very good, gentlemen.
Yeah, that worked out well.
You 2 are still the only ones with turns or energy left to spend. I should
That's
say.
fair.
Especially because H-Bomb is now hurting.
A little bit. So he should probably stay in the city, right? Because that's the best place to sleep. Or no, that gives her a terror. Never
I was
mind.
going to say Mirror Lake might be the best place to sleep. Free rest and
Yeah.
extra energy next
What
time.
do you run into in the city?
Blue encounter when you enter.
Blue encounter when
the
you enter.
townsfolk don't trust people.
Right.
So we should all enter there together when we decide to reactivate the veneer.
Okay. Right, which means I need to deal with a purple encounter down here.
Yep.
All right.
And
I have to explore there,
Right.
but we know we can just leave.
Yeah, you can just leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've already done that. So I can do this, go here, deal with that encounter,
Assuming it doesn't drain your energy.
assuming it doesn't murder the shit out of me. I mean, I can always run and
Try to
well, then I'll exhaust myself.
But that will cost you an energy.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do it
you're the magic.
because that'll let Bob. Me too. Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
have that.
give you
Oh, you're gonna give me this.
Yes.
Yes. Gain 1 cube each time you connect a magic key in combat. Oh, I don't even have to use a magic to do it. Well, that's handy dandy as
Well,
shit.
you do because
Because
in
connect
order
it.
to do a magic key.
In order to
have
connect,
spend.
you have to use a magic.
But you generate magic.
It's a free
so
magic, yeah. Okay.
It's basically
Free
free
cube.
damage.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to spend 1 energy to go here,
Okay.
and I deal with crazy townspeople, and I choose to get the fuck out. Yeah. They already don't like me, and I will go here. I'll spend an energy, and
Purple,
at a
right?
purple encounter.
Purpla.
There's a level 1 encounter. It's very good.
Keep going.
It's a traveling merchant.
You're getting there.
It's an airship. I board it. And we now have an airship. It's Final Fantasy
It's
rules now. We can fly anywhere we want.
It's a wealthy patron. It's decided.
It's
to
not
buy
Puffins.
you-
Tell me it's not fucking Puffins.
It's not. It's a mist stalker.
Who?
A mist stalker. It often hunts in the gray.
That's where I would hunt.
It's a level 1
Okay.
hitbox 5. Its trait is anti. Character difference.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Also, if you lose all energy, The reward is to gain an energy. The loot is magic.
Well, holy shit! But it sucks
Wow.
because I'm definitely gonna take some damage on the first hit because I'm
Yeah,
only
'cause
gonna
you
get one
one
card.
But I mean, it should give you whatever energy you need.
I should be able to.
get the hit.
Except, when it's 0 to 1, it's lose a cube and lose 2 energy. If it's,
Damn.
You
if
better
it's
do 2 damage on your
if
first hit.
it's 2 to 3, it's lose 2 cubes, but you only lose 1 energy.
By the way, you draw 3 cards. You discard 2. You choose which 2 you discard.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And then 4.
Don't just draw one.
I literally just drew one. I'm like, oh, I just go one
If
card.
you can get it all as 4, it's the least thing. You
It's the
lose
least
1 energy.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's the least bullshit. You lose 1 energy.
Right.
That's fair.
Oh, an opportunity. Lose
Lose
1
an energy.
So if you're trying to escape, you'll lose 2 energy.
I got faith. It's only 5. Come on,
No,
you
no,
got this.
no mouth monster. No aquatic xenomorph state.
You can
No,
totally
now you
take
just have
that
Okay,
Mouth
so
monster.
whatever the bottom thing is, you get nothing from on this, unfortunately. So
Right. Which I have a card that has nothing,
that works.
and it lets me. It just
sets up a link.
It just
and
sets
does
up a link.
time.
It's a. But if I place a card over it, I don't
Yeah,
get it.
you won't
You
get that.
you also.
But I have to choose. I have to choose.
You only
discard
get one
cards.
of them.
So yeah, pick one to keep, and
I mean, I'm probably going to keep this one because it does 2 damage if I spend a magic, and if I spend a magic,
no, it doesn't. It does 1 damage.
that's right because that's 0.
Yeah.
Wow,
So that's 1.
What does the enemy ability do? Oh, for God's sake! Yeah, no, don't play that one. Do not play that one.
If it hits you, it's gonna hurt.
Well, it's going to hit me pretty much no matter what I do.
This asshole feels. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Although, if I place this one, that'd be the only card I get, obviously. It doesn't deal any damage,
It
but
sets up a doubler on the bottom, and what is that time ability?
I
You lose a
lose,
cube, draw 2 cards.
draw 2 cards.
That might be worth it because he's not going to gain any cubes anyway.
Right. So I'm going to have to discard these 2 cards. And my next turn, yes. Correct.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the loss in the beginning. So if you lose all energy, escape from combat is an ambush ability. Opportunity is lose 1. I lose 1. No, I lose 2. I'm sorry. 0 to 1 is lose 2 energy. Okay, so I am down to 1. So I need to kill him on this turn.
Well, you're going to get 5
You're gonna
cards.
get
So
5 cards.
If I
so-
yeah. So
and remember, every time you do a magic, you gain an extra cube.
that is the plan. Let's see if I can make something happen. Oh my!
Hope so with 5 cards.
Right? You would hope.
Murderfy his face.
You would
Yeah.
hope.
You also have a
will.
doubler on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doubler.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
place this one.
So that's 2 cubes.
because that's gonna give me 2 cubes.
No immediate effect, but to start, now you need linkers.
Yep. And then I'm going to link this one,
Cost you a magic, but you can do it.
Yes.
but I can spend a magic,
Which adds another cube.
which adds another cube. And then
Got a doubler on the bottom, you just need one with a red cube on the bottom.
yeah, the problem is I need a lightning bolt to keep it going, and yeah. Oh yes, I can. This one. I can do that one. That has a lightning bolt down there. That gives me 1 more cube.
Yep.
And if the enemy deals any damage, I lose that many cubes instead, but he doesn't deal damage. But I am out of... Oh no, I'm not. I can do this one. But it's like literally nothing. But I get to keep this ability.
Where you lose 1 health to gain 3 charges.
I lose
these charges as magic.
Yeah.
Do you have a magic link again?
I don't have a lightning bolt, so I can't go again this turn. That's the problem.
Ugh.
So, well, he has 4 cubes, which takes me down to.
You could have done
1.
this here instead.
Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And we don't gotta use your magic.
We could do that, but then I don't get that cube. Is the problem. This combat is really rough.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Genuinely thought with 5 cards you'd just wipe it out.
You would
Yeah, I
think.
should be able to.
What's your last card?
I should be able to draw a card with this.
You're
Using
holding.
magic.
What's your last
Oh,
card?
my last card is it doesn't have a lightning bolt. It has 0 lightning bolts.
Why not make
Yeah,
that the
but
first
that
one?
can start.
Yeah, why we'll make that the first one.
You don't have to link up this.
You don't have to link the first one.
No, it goes over like that.
Yeah, like this. But you
Yeah.
have the link right
And
there.
you get to draw a card.
You get to draw a card because you have the one.
We could.
And you gain 1.
I was trying to get the magic, but I can't.
Gain 1 block.
Well,
for
listen,
each.
that's 2 cubes. Do any of the rest of yours have magic links? Because we can just keep piling more.
Yeah, 1 more does.
So that's 2.
So you gain 1 cube.
That's
for,
2, and it's got a doubler.
It's
Where's
got a
your other?
doubler.
Where's
Yeah,
your
the
other?
doubler.
Oh, it doesn't have a lightning. Yeah, your other one doesn't have a lightning. That stinks.
Right. No, but that's okay. So that's 2 damage. That's that's 2 damage. When it comes down, gain 1 for each magic when fighting a purple encounter.
This is a purple encounter.
Yes.
For each magic?
For each
And that
magic.
triggers when the card's put
Right.
there. Yeah.
Right.
So that's you
That's
have,
why I was trying to place it later. But
Oh,
I
I
couldn't.
see. Yeah, you have 1 magic link already.
Right.
So is that 1 more
I think
damage?
that's just 1 cube.
But still, if you can just do 2 more with lightning links.
I think we can because that's 1 more.
That is a lightning link, so that
And
makes
I
4.
Think that no, those lightning bolts. This problem. Yeah, this one. It drags me out 1 more round,
We still don't have an extra.
but that one connects for another magic, which does the extra damage, and it does the extra damage.
Yeah,
So
that's 5.
yeah,
That's
so
bad.
I lose a health for the charge, but
The
then I
charge
gain the
is-
magic, and I get to keep
yes.
my magic cube.
Yes.
Okay, that'll actually work and kill it.
Yep.
Holy hell! I mean, my character's got weird abilities, but they're like
But you did it.
All right.
barely, super barely.
So you get 1 energy back and 2 magic.
That's good.
Retro. And that.
Oh, the other loss of yes, you're right.
'Cause you didn't do-
Yes,
Okay. Took your reward.
yes,
Magic.
and 1 energy. Yes,
So now you can use that energy to get
that took 5 cards just to do that.
Can you get to?
Yes,
now
I can
that
spend,
it
I can
won't be
spend exact 1
exhausted.
energy to move over there, and then I'll trade 2 cubes to you for food.
Oh.
That way you got an extra. Now we all have 2.
I have 3.
He has 3. So
Yes.
now we're sitting a little prettier.
Um,
Whew. God, that was stressful.
Harrison
So-
says, you guys can totally take that mouth monster.
No.
No.
Pass. Hard pass. So you can move back over there.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's
right.
once per day though. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
he can't rest. He can rest there, but he can't use the
He
ability
can use
Not
the
till
ability
the
to next time.
until the next day.
It wouldn't be a bad place to stay.
It's not a bad place to rest.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Everybody goes Betty buys. Time for nighttime.
Yes.
Nighttime action.
Okay, consume 1 food to restore 1 health and lose 1 terror. Thank you.
And
Restore your energy to full unless you're exhausted, in which case you just gain 4. You can now advance your character by spending EXP. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
yes, I'm doing that. Yes. I don't remember what my plan was, but I have things and stuff. And
She has
Yeah, I have enough XP I could advance my character by combat or diplomacy cards, but I'm saving up.
How much does my 3rd point cost in a?
A
6.
3rd point is 6.
Oh, I need a practicality really bad, but I have 2 opposing cubes.
I'm going to spend my 6 and
Nice.
Well done, well done.
Okay, so everybody leveled up. So
Yep.
I am sleeping at Kuanok. This should be nice and easy. In your restless dream, a pale lady rises from the water, her eyes milky and her skin spoiled with rot. She whispers something into your ear. Her breath smells of sea salt, kelp, and rotten fish.
Oh.
You barely remember the words. There was something about 3 enigmas, one hidden under the Isle of the Dead, one clutched in the grasp of burned hands and arms, and one buried in a mist-covered mound. But what could it mean?
Well, we know about the mount.
Well, you know what it means. Next is 113, Mirror Lake. Your dream be about wet, shiny thing. Yay!
Hooray? Question mark?
You see 4 wanderers, still shaken by the loss of their companion, entering the misty expanse of Tuatha. They wander between its ever-shifting streets and impossible structures. They find something hidden away for a long time. All 4 barely leave with their lives, but now a 5th follows. Your dream ends as they enter a sprawling expanse marked with enormous white sigils. Gain part 1 of the Dreams and Prophecies status.
All right.
Hint,
That's on
hint.
the back of your character sheet.
Oh.
Yep. The first expedition visited Tuathan and passed through Stampede while running from something.
Part 1 of Dreams and Prophecies.
Yep, part 1. So the first box.
Okay.
And finally, Derelict Fleet.
Yeah.
Now, I'll do. Well, you should flip a coin.
Yes.
oh,
yeah.
You might have a nightmare instead.
I haven't had one in a while. It's a dream. It's a dream.
So you each have this dream. You're a pioneer observing your new land with conquest in your heart and eyes fixed on the future. With the greatest figures of your age around you, no enemy or hardship seems impossible to overcome. Before you, a small part of an exposed shore emerges out of the weirdness. You will make your landing here. Each character who has this dream gains 1 magic.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right, I got all the magic we need to do the thing.
Yeah, you needed magic.
Apparently.
So what
All
do we
right.
need for like? Yeah, 1 food.
No, we just need
No.
a wealth.
We need wealth, which you can trade at.
I got 1 wealth. He's got 3 wealth.
Yeah, I think we have enough wealth to get it done.
We recharge this thing and start the cycle all over.
All right, should we move on to the start of the next day?
I suppose. Do I, because I healed up here, do I actually get this +1 energy?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
You only get the +1 if something gives you the +1.
An item. Yeah, that's what I
if,
thought.
Like if you're at Mirror Lake, for
Right.
example. All right, so this goes down to 1. So next round it will go to 0, but we have that round to get it activated.
Correct.
I
So we
suggest
need
we
to
do
move
it
our
that
way.
round.
So we have a free round this round, then next round?
Next round, yeah.
Okay.
Next round it goes down to 0. We have that round to get it done
Okay.
before. Because
Right.
the following day, the coin will disappear, the manure will become inactive, and then things get bad for us.
Yes.
Right. So I'm thinking we can stay right where we are, do the thing again, both get an experience, and then next turn we can move and do the veneer. Does that make sense or
Her
no?
terror is already at 2.
So she should probably move,
She might not want to do that.
maybe.
I mean, she could explore. I don't think anybody's explored the derelict fleet yet. That's an option. we do all eventually need to get over to. I keep wanting to call it Whiterun, but it's the Whitening.
What do you think?
I think I know how Bob should start his day.
Ah,
I'm going to do
Zero energy.
Do that.
How about
Heal up and gain an energy.
Nice.
And lose a terror if you happen to have it.
Already done.
Nice.
I will start by doing some chores for the townsfolk for 1 energy, which gains me another rep. I'm at 5.
Okay.
I think that's as good as it's going to get before I get over Titan steps.
Yeah. You gonna be able to make it over there in 1?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to horse up to Mirror Lake, rest, gain another energy, and then 2 more.
And then go over.
Titan
Okay.
steps, yeah.
Okay.
Energy back and then.
So it's us. What do you think?
I know. Judgment.
Go ahead and explore. You can explore solo.
Do you wanna go?
Come, you can.
I think I'm going to do the event thing there and gain the experience because I desperately need experience.
Okay. Because it will cost you an energy to explore.
Right. Yeah, I'll let you explore by yourself.
Okay.
I'll stay at camp. It'll be fine. 100%. It's worse than can happen.
I'm scared.
Arthur arrived on Avalon aboard 3 cogs laden with knights, soldiers, and settlers. As the conquest progressed, more and more ships came until this sheltered cove was awash with creaking hulls bound together by chains. Most of these ships have long since sunk into the sea, and the lone fort guarding the fleet now presides over a field of rotten debris with a solitary tree rising from the water. The crown of this strange tree shimmers with runes of ancient magic. You may visit the old fort, swim to the tree, comb through debris. I think these last 2 require secret. Yes. Require part 3 of the Last Haven status, which I don't think anybody.
What do you think? You swim to the tree?
So your
Mess
choices
of
are
debris?
visit the old fort, swim to the tree, comb through debris, or just leave.
Regret my decision. Let's swim over to the tree.
Swim to the tree.
Shiny, glowing tree.
I mean, let's poke it.
You do not have secret card 78, I'm guessing.
No.
Okay. Runes of pure light shimmer in the crown of the tree and fog covers the ground below. Tired from a long swim, you try to reach the safety of the tangled roots, only to hit an unexpected invisible obstacle. The dome is impassable. Inside you see the rough outline of a ship. Away off this doomed island? It looks like druidic magic, so perhaps you could learn something in Moonring. Without a place to rest, you barely return to shore alive. Lose 1 energy and 1 health. Gain part 7 of the Pathfinder status.
And what was the name of that place?
The place is Moonring.
Moonring. We haven't seen it.
7.
Part 7 of Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was interesting anyway.
You have a new task. Solve the mystery of the time-lost fleet. Hint, some tasks can only be finished after you progress far enough into the main story of the game. This is one of them.
Right.
But your exploration ends. Solve the mystery of the time-lost fleet.
Well, some of these only have 1 or 2 parts. Others have 8, 9. The largest one is 9, which is left behind. But yeah, there's a very interesting sheet of things. Well, that was interesting. Probably one of the places we haven't.
We haven't found yet.
Very interesting. You know, kind of help. But I
Yeah.
guess that's what I get for trying to poke a shiny tree.
That's right.
Well, you didn't know it had shields up. You couldn't have known.
There's a lady swimming towards us. Shields up! Red alert!
Yeah.
Good question, Eric Lou. How many parts do all these different things
That's
have?
what I was just telling him.
Loads. So I don't know
The
if you can
largest
see.
one is
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, they all have multiple. So okay. Bob, what would you like to do next? Now that you're freshly rested.
Need more food.
Yep, that's true.
Go to Hunter's Grove.
And 2 energy.
Alright, well, it's 1 energy to move, but that was an extra.
3.
Yeah.
And if you want to gather food, you can spend 2 energy. You'll gain 2 food, but you'll also have to deal with a green encounter.
Ha ha ha.
But he's a bit more
Yeah. Wreck shop.
built to deal with them
Yeah.
than you
Sure,
are.
I'll do that.
It could result in a bunch more food. You know.
That'd be nice. What's he got? Something sweet?
It's a glade hair, though it can reach the size of a sheep. Known for its
Oh, I am sorry. I forgot to do the daily event.
Oh.
That is my bad.
Oh, okay.
It's a good one anyway. It's good weather. Your first travel today costs 1 energy less.
Yes.
So you can actually
gain 1 energy.
you can actually gain 1 energy back. You're the only one who's traveled so far.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Cool. So traveling 1 is free.
Yeah,
Yes.
your first travel is free.
He is only a level 1. His hitbox is 3. His loot is 2 food.
Nice.
He does have an opportunist enemy trait, which is if a player doesn't play at least 2 combat cards in step 2, you apply the opportunity attack.
So you have to link.
Yes. Hero is discard the last card from the stick. And 1 to 2 is lose energy. Opportunity is run.
He's only got 3 hit points. You're gonna
3.
smash him. But he doesn't do any damage from the bottom. Like a dick.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, somehow I don't think it's going to matter.
So if we do this one first.
Okay. Does nothing, but
Yeah, the first one does nothing. Doesn't up with anything. You got something else you can play first? With
that will do it.
or that.
3.
That will do it. 3 damage.
Done.
You lose an energy for playing the card, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
Good day, sir.
good day, sir.
Nice.
I said good day. Gain yourself 2 food to add to your ridiculous pile of food.
Heck yeah.
A share.
If needed, yeah.
Fantastic.
He could just gain a ton of wealth down in Whitening. Sell all of it. Okay. Well,
Alright.
then I'm going to take my horse up to Mirror Lake. And I'll go ahead and rest for get that energy back.
That was your first.
Well,
For 1.
Yeah, your first movement's free.
okay, so I did 1 of my horse. I guess I'll do my second horse over to
Yeah.
Tanglewood and Tangleroot, and then 1 more of my own to Titan Steps, and that will cost me.
There you go.
And I explore when I enter right away. Now, if I can just remember what set of choices you made to get to that, I don't quite remember.
Don't poke the.
Okay.
I didn't.
No,
I didn't do
it was
reason.
visiting the temple. I remember. These terraces and steps, more fit for giants than men, offer breathtaking vistas of the rest of the island and plenty of opportunities for a deadly slaughter. They were popular with hermits who used to live in their many caves. On one of the uppermost terraces rests a temple of the Allmother. It is now under siege by a large group of armed men, spewing curses and erecting pyres by its sloping wall. The time token. Oh, it was supposed to be a time token set to 3.
Oh.
And
Oh, yes, it was
Sorry.
dial.
so it
We're supposed to have a dial.
would actually be at 2 now, I think. Or no, it has a quest token on it. That's right. So the that is there. It's a quest token, but it's a separate thing from the time token.
Oh, yeah, that's a quest. The
Yeah.
time is the green.
Yeah.
The gray ones, yeah.
So
All right.
This one is set.
I
something like
am
that.
going to. I'm going to visit
Well, that's
the
an hourglass. I guess
besieged.
that would be a time token.
Yeah, I'm going to visit the besieged temple.
Okay.
An enraged crowd gathers around the temple. The Red Death afflicts most of the people. You can tell from the bleeding fissures on their skin. They build oil-soaked pyres by the walls, and some have even fashioned a battering ram out of an old tree trunk. From their cries, you gather they came here for one of the Knights of the Round Table, Lord Gawain. They say he tried to secretly flee Camelot, carrying the sacred scabbard of Excalibur that, as folktales go, heals any wound and stops any bleeding. The sick of the island feel the scabbard should be given to them. They're furious with the knights who kept the artifact under lock and key for so long. Try to reason with the crowd.
That's what I tried.
That's what you did, and that's what I'm probably going to try to do. Attempt to chase them off. That I'm not going to try to do without some backup. Reveal the Grail, which requires having it, and leave. So I'm going to try and reason with the crowd. Go to verse 2. If at any point there are 4 quest tokens on this location card, remove it from the game and replace it with location 125. Roll a die and add +1 for each point of your bird, empathy, and rep. So roll a die and add 6. In my case. Then subtract 1 from the score for each quest token on this location card. Check the total result. So 8 plus. So because I lose 1 for the quest tokens already there, I'm down to 5. So I need 3 or higher.
You got 50-50 shot.
I got higher than 50-50. 3 or higher is 66%.
Oh, yeah.
But then I roll like me.
Good job.
I rolled a 2, which is just 1 shy. We're going to have to force him out at this point because it's just going to get harder. I mean, I could go get more rep, but it's going to take 2 whole more days. They are unconvinced. They chase you out and continue the siege. Why did it have to involve a die roll? Each party member loses 1 rep. You bastards. Put a quest token on this location.
Now it gets another.
Exploration ends.
Boop.
Well then.
Son of a bitch. It had to be a freaking die roll.
All right. Yeah. So if we do it as a group, we take the highest number, correct? If I move to you and we roll,
It's the highest number, yeah.
Yeah, highest out of.
I mean, I know you
So
lost
if you
1
have-
rep, but we get another roll. Or do you want to chase them off together?
I mean, I could try it again myself, but now I lose 2, so my number becomes, because I lost a rep, my number becomes 3, and I would have to roll a 5 or higher, which is a 33% chance, as you just saw.
Never tell me the odds.
Not very likely. I mean, if you have no empathy, so you
I have
don't
none.
get any
I couldn't
higher.
help you at all.
No.
Okay.
Does anybody have 2 empathy?
I do.
Just you. You could help me, but only a little bit. We would still need a 4 or higher on a die roll. But we could attempt it 1 more time before it backfires on us.
Okay.
So if there's 4 quest tokens, we're out of luck. A 3rd one won't
All right.
change anything.
Well, where I'm at, I have enough energy. I could explore here, and then I could move up to you and give it another shot if you're
I need her, not you.
fucking fine.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
She has 2 empathy, which is what is needed here.
All right. Well, I'll explore where I'm at, and I'll.
Okay. You're
I'll-
going to explore the derelict fleet?
Yeah.
Don't poke the shiny tree.
I will.
There are other options. So
I will explore the fort.
you want to explore the fort? Sounds like fun. All right. You visit the old fort. The fort is but an empty ruin. You notice someone was recently chipping at its weird stone portcullis. The trail of cartwheels and stone dust disappears to the north. Go back to the start of this location and make another choice. Would you like to swim to the tree or comb through debris?
I guess I'll comb through debris. Oh, it costs 1 to explore.
Yeah.
Do.
If you have part 5 of the hidden treasures status, go to verse 9. Otherwise, go to verse 1. Well, I don't. I have none of the hidden treasures.
I
So
don't
you-
think I do either.
All right, we go to verse 1. You spend some time rummaging through the derelicts. Among rotten wood, you find some valuables. If you don't have part 5 of the hidden treasure status, gain 2 wealth and part 5 of the hidden treasure status.
Whoa, fucking fuck!
Enjoy your 2 money and give yourself part 5
I
wealth.
get shit on.
She gets domed by it. By a snow globe, and you get money.
Part 5?
Part 5 of Hidden Treasures. That is
Okay.
correct. You have another choice. You may continue the search and pay 1 energy per party member, or you may abandon the search and the exploration ends.
Well, since you don't fucking need me,
There you go.
I'll spend 1 more energy.
Okay. You spend more time digging through the remains and discover that some of the ship's ornaments were plated with gold and silver. Each party member gains 1 wealth.
I'll fix them in near my goddamn self.
Wow.
Then choose one. Would you like to continue the search again and pay another energy per party member, or abandon the search?
Oh, really pressing our luck, but why not? Now I'm going to find the worm.
Overcome with greed, you keep digging through the Suddenly you hear a cry for help. A young woman in rags struggles to rise from under a rotten beam. You approach to help her, only to discover what you took for a human is just the tip of the tongue of an enormous beast. Draw and resolve the Selkie encounter. Difficulty 3.
We know where that is.
We know exactly where it is.
That's right on the bottom.
It's
of
on the bottom of the green
The
counter.
green deck, yeah.
Yeah.
It might be second from
Second
bottom.
from the bottom or third?
Oh my.
Enjoy, sir.
Hey, look, you get this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know
You
if we
got
can kill
lured
that.
in by greed.
Yeah, I did.
Conrad was trying to tell you to run away.
Yep.
You just got too damn
Brave
greedy.
Sir Robin, run away.
Yeah.
Do we fight it?
No, you run, you dumb son of a bitch.
You could barely do a 3. You
I
think you can do
know.
that?
Flee, you fool.
I gain a terror and I toss the card. I guess it doesn't really matter. Guardian ambush, which means I discard a card anyway,
Yeah,
right?
you go down to 1
Go
anyway.
down to 1.
Yeah. I guess I'll sacrifice an energy and gain a terror and run away.
But you got money.
I did. I got a boatload of wealth.
Yeah.
So,
You got paid.
so our first movement is free. Would you like to move together up here so we can deal with the encounter together? And that'll get you 1 closer to helping
You have
Aaron.
to get there.
Right. Right. But Aaron needs your help up north.
I do.
But that'll save you your first point. Now we can resolve a purple encounter.
Yeah.
Together.
That was not a good sound.
That's pretty.
You call that pretty? It's an ugly troll thing.
It's an ugly troll thing, everybody.
I mean, the rank 1 encounters are a pain in the ass.
It's a level 3.
Ugh.
Its hit is 12.
I have hard talk.
Abertot? Okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
May I?
Fast is players can play a maximum of 2 combat cards per activation. You can only play 2
cards. That's you only drawing 3 anyway, so I mean, it's kind of unlikely I'm going to play more.
And what was it? Opportunist was next to it?
Opportunist, yes.
Which means that we have to play at least those 2 cards. We apply the opportunity.
Play exactly
attack.
2 cards here. Fuck.
Wow, this guy's like a giant leprechaun. He's all over the place. 0 to 2, take 1 damage and gain a terror. 3, 6, or 9, take 3 damage. 4 to 5, lose 2 cubes. 7 to 8, 1 damage and lose 1 cube. 10 or 11, take 2 damage. Like it's all over the place.
Wow.
It's like random. And after this encounter, you have to shuffle it back into the deck unless you pay 1 magic.
Oh, are we supposed to remove them?
No, I think you're supposed to put it on the bottom. But
Oh, okay.
he's
Yeah.
like, I'm
Or
going to
you
show up
shuffle it.
early.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
so he'll be. Oh.
What is the attack opportunity?
However, the reward for beating him is 1 experience, 1 rep, and 2 wealth.
What sucks is we have to split that, though.
Yeah. What was the question?
What was the opportunity attack if we decide to run?
1 damage and gain a terror. But unless you want to face him together,
I don't know if we can tackle them together.
he does appear to respond to magic. There is that.
And we get to draw our cards first, I guess. So that's something.
Yeah, you might as well take a look at your cards.
And we only get to pay. We only get to place 2.
You want to play 2 every turn.
Yeah.
You can't play more than 2.
2.
No, you want to. If you don't, he gets an attack of opportunity on you. But you can just play 1 if it makes more sense. somehow.
You
Yep.
draw 3.
You each draw 3 because you're together.
If I play my 2 cards, we gain a terror.
No.
Times 1.
Oh, times 1 right now.
Am I missing one of the events?
Did I do it
I
on
was
you?
gonna say maybe.
Might be in the deck there.
Missed it.
Is Linky?
Right now you have.
He's just got double eel and
you
magic.
got practicality and magic.
I can do a pretty fair amount of damage with the 2 cards I can play. I would do 2, 3.
Oh wait,
You can only play 2 cards.
You want to play 2.
So I have Hold Guard, which I'd rather not play, but we could play. Which is I get to choose the enemy attack, except for Runaway. I can't use Runaway. I can't force them to run, but I get to choose the enemy attack, which would save us a round of it doing stuff. Although
3 damage. The
3 damage
lowest
is pretty
attack
low.
it has is lose 2 cubes or take 1 damage. And
Right.
lose
I just don't want it to lose cubes because that's very detrimental. That being said, if I play this pair, I would draw a card and I would do 1, 2, 3, and if I spend a magic, 4 damage.
And the one you would get for
And then the ability is toss a dial. Skull is 2 damage, and Grail is gain 2 more cubes. So I can deal up to 6 in 1 turn with what I've drawn.
Which is great, except for him, unless you control what he does. 6 is he does 3 damage to you.
That would suck,
But it is halfway there.
but it is halfway there. How much damage can you do on your turn? Because I may only do 4, which is lose 2 cubes, which would really suck. But at least he doesn't deal any damage, and he's still at 2. Right. What do you got over there?
Honestly, them healing cubes is better than them dealing damage.
Yes,
'Cause
100%.
You could always do
Yeah,
more.
right.
damage.
As long as you don't
Because
lose
you
cubes.
replenish your cards and
Yeah.
do more damage.
Because I'm going to keep 1 and I'm going to draw 1, and one of my cards lets me draw 1. So, although you only get to draw up to 3, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I guess that isn't really the best thing.
Not horrible.
That being said, I have distraction. If I play that instead, no, I get nearly as many cubes. Yeah. Well, when you play, you're going to be your first card. So if I go first, the monster will attack, and then you'll go. You'll become the active player. Right. That lightning bolt, yeah. That's okay, that still counts. That's okay, that still counts though. So you can still play 2 cards, because your first card won't matter. So save that for your second card. And it'll automatically link no matter what.
Basically, with I would be able to do.
The eel, rather? Practicality. Yeah. I think it does this thing. Do you have 2 though is the question. Because she's got 2 there.
She does not have 2 practical.
Okay. This guy has 0, don't feel bad.
But if you could set her up on your turn, then she could start by slamming him.
You know what? I have a single snake. If I go this way.
You do 2 damage or less, he doesn't lose any cubes, and he only does 1 damage to you. But you also gain a terror. Is the problem? You have magic, and you have the 1x at the bottom.
Yep. So I could deal 1 damage to him. And then if I put my second card... No, it doesn't have an eel on it. Damn. Damn. I'm so close to helping you out and I can't. First card doesn't matter, but second card has to be that one. I only have 1 lightning bolt, and that doesn't have an eel on it.
You get to play a card before?
Yeah, first card doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, because that one, you escape, they don't get.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a reasonable way to just duck out of it. To just let her go first and then no attack of opportunity. No extra terror.
I mean, I'm not saying we can't take it. I'm just saying we might take a little damage doing it.
You really want to kill this thing, don't you?
I do. We're not going to gain anything until we deal with some of this stuff. Everything's hard to come by. Experience, rep, wealth, all of it's hard to come by. So.
Yeah.
It's up to you. If you want to stick it out, I'm willing to fight. I just can't really help you, that's all. But I can start out by dealing...
Like, I have this one. This nothing but it's
right.
That's nothing
the
but
trigger
escape.
ability is gain magic purple one.
Right.
Which is what this
Which
is.
is what this
Right.
is, yeah. You know what? Let me just throw this out there. So if I do this, it's a red damage. Whatever. It's 1.
No, it's not.
It's
You don't have...
Oh, I don't have double. Sorry, you're right. I don't have double. If I follow it up with... I can't do that because there's no magic link.
You just do that one first.
Yeah. That is the problem.
I have an option you may not. May I see your cards?
Yeah. If I can set it up so she can do double damage with her red cube card, that would be awesome.
Well, that would be this one.
Yeah.
You would deal double for Lincoln and Magic.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And 1 for the bottom.
Or she can do that first.
You could play that and only that card.
I thought I had to play 2.
You don't have to. It just means you'll take the attack of opportunity. Now, the downside of that is you're going to take 2 damage and gain 2 terror.
Right.
But it sets her up beautifully. And it does 1 damage to the creature because of if you use the magic.
If I use the magic.
Yeah.
2.
And you
4.
keep these cards, which both will do much nicer damage.
Right.
When your turn comes around again.
Well, but when it attacks, I get to choose its attack, I think.
If she plays that one, that's 7 damage.
Right.
That one alone is 7.
Right. So if I play that 1 card and I take the attack of opportunity, when he attacks, I think I still get to choose.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you can't do that.
Okay.
Well, I don't think you get to choose the attack of opportunity. You choose which of these 5 he does.
Right. Which I could choose him to lose a cube that he's not going to have anyway.
Oh, never mind. You have to toss the card after the attack so the doubler goes away.
Nah.
Never mind. It was an idea.
That's good. No, it was a good idea, though. It was a good idea.
Magic 2 plus 1. There's 3. It'll be.
I mean, I think that's my best. I think that's my best bet then. Is to lead with that.
Okay.
Each one of these. I mean, so to count this one and that one.
No, I can't because that doesn't have lightning bolt.
You're right.
So it have to be.
That's
that
what I
one.
mean. Because you have
That's all
one
I
symbol
have.
here, and then there'll be one on his. 5. You'd spend
This
it
card,
to give you
for this
5,
being
and
my
then-
combat, I mean, it just doesn't flow.
I would just have to.
Well, you're not
Yeah.
necessarily a combat monkey.
Right.
to knock at the opportunity.
We need to do something.
Yes, we do.
Been
Sorry.
at this for 10 minutes.
I know.
She can do 5 and knock in attack of opportunity.
All right.
It will lose 2 cubes of brood. It'll still be at 3.
Makes
And
sense to me.
And that's a start, and nobody takes any damage.
That makes sense to
I
me.
think that's a good start.
All
I
right.
think we should go with that.
All right.
She does 5,
Okay.
takes 0 damage, and
And then it loses
it
2.
loses 2, so 3 cubes, and then it's your turn.
All right. You draw back up to 3. Your last thing is if you combat. I think my first card is going to be that one.
Lets you draw a card
Lets me draw a card,
and add 2 cubes.
and it adds 2 cubes, and then I toss a dial.
You want to use one of the nice metal ones?
Yeah.
Oh, the other one.
It's a skull. I take 2 damage, I think. Yeah, I take 2 damage. 1, 2. And then my second card needs a lightning bolt, and the only thing I have. Oh no, wait. No, there's no boar there. So that is the only other one I have as a lightning bolt, which does another cube of damage.
No, it doesn't. You don't have
Right?
2.
Oh, I don't have
Yeah,
2.
practical.
I don't have 2 practical. I have
You
none.
don't have any practicality.
Which makes you wonder why the card's in my deck, but you know,
What's the enemy ability? If the enemy does,
if it does damage, it loses cubes instead, which again is not the worst.
it won't do that because it's at 5. It will just lose 2 of its cubes.
Back to 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, look at the bright side.
Actually-
CJ, you get to draw 2 more cards, unless you'd
Actually-
rather play something else.
I can play that because that is a lightning bolt
No, you
symbol.
can't.
you can only play
You can
2.
only play 2 cards.
Oh, you can only play 2.
Yeah.
Yes, he has fast.
Yes. Right, then I will draw a card and behave my damn self, I guess.
There you go. It's at 3. Still hasn't attacked anybody.
What you got over there?
Although CJ attacked himself.
I did.
1x.
1x.
And 1 boar and 1 bear.
So 1 aggression, 1 courage.
Which you have.
Oh yeah, we do have a courage. Nope.
Well, the first card doesn't matter, but
No,
Yeah,
but
but
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's
I
a
see what you're
nice
saying.
card. That's
yeah. Oh. If you can lay something out with magic, you'll be able to deal some magic-y damage. That would probably work. Right.
Right. So that one does nothing. Second one does nothing. So he's at 3. You will take 3 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, 'cause she's got armor. No.
We need to get you some rest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an
He had
opportunity
3
attack.
cubes on him.
It's the
He
hit
needed,
attack.
he needed to do some cubes to him at least, but nothing.
Alright.
Whose dumbass idea was it to fight this thing again?
Well, I mean, it's never too late to run away, but
They do now, they don't.
yeah, exactly. You just can't dole out enough damage, that's the problem. Like, I can dish out a decent... Problem is you only play 2 cards, too. So I can...
Anybody die? Nope.
Not
But
yet.
people have taken a bunch of damage.
So if I played the Holy Guard, I could spend a magic to link these and deal a damage with my staff.
Yeah. Which covers that.
Right.
I don't know why you put it all.
I just keeping our cards separate because we got to dole these back out when we're done.
That will do 2 more damage.
If I spend a magic, it'll do 2 more damage, and I'll draw 2 cards.
Ooh, very nice.
And on an enemy attack, it'll prevent a damage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this will do. I'll do 3 damage if I spend 2 magic.
Okay, so he will do 3 damage, and you'll take 2. Six.
But he didn't lose any cubes that time, right?
And you still haven't set up Jessie to use powerful.
What does she need?
That practicality.
The worst thing I have. Although I think at the beginning of combat we get to choose which order we go in. I don't think it has to switch back and forth, and I'm not positive on it. But if I do that, I could put down... I can set you up, if that's the case. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every combat turn you guys decide who will be the next active character.
Okay.
So you can change your order up,
Okay.
but you have to play both characters before you can choose again.
Correct. So if I could do this, which does not a goddamn thing. Well, I get my magic, and then I link this as my second one and spend my magic
Okay.
to deal damage, but I lose a terror to gain 3 charges.
You lose a health.
But I lose a health, rather. Sorry. Yeah, I lose a health, but then I can spend this instead of my magic because we still need magic to revitalize the Menhir.
Yeah.
But then I deal a damage, and then when enemy attacks, prevent 2 of that damage.
Okay. At 7, he does 1 damage and loses a cube, so you'll take nothing.
And he'll lose a cube. Okay.
But now Jesse should be set up to do some hurt.
Oh, he does.
He does.
Oh, smack.
This.
Boom!
7
5,
damage.
6, 7. You only got to play 1.
He is finally dead.
See, we did it. I mean, it was costly.
You might want to spend another magic to make sure this guy ends up on the bottom of the deck. But your reward is 2 wealth, which I suggest you split, and then 1 experience and 1 rep, and I suggest one of you take the experience and take the rep.
Why don't you take the rep and the money? I have 3 wealth, and I'll take the experience. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all I desperately want some experience.
Do you want to spend one of those charges to put him on the...
Yeah.
Okay. Put him on the bottom, please.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't want to see his... Well, no. His ability means if you don't spend a magic...
Yeah, that's what I wanted to...
You could wind up facing him
Yeah, I wanted to make
more
sure.
often than you'd like.
Hey, right.
More often than anybody would like. All right.
Yeah, because I went first.
That was an adventure, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know if I can come help you, Aaron.
God damn it. We had one job.
No, you still have energy.
Yeah, but I have like no health, and if this wonderful thing makes us take any terror,
It doesn't.
I'm done.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It hurts your rep. It's the only thing that hurts.
Yeah. So you can
It would be different if we decided to force them off. But
Yeah.
we're not doing that. We're trying to talk them down.
it just requires a die roll.
Yeah, it just requires a die roll, and we have a 50-50 shot at this point. I would rather you make the die roll than me, just FYI, based on what just happened to me. But
All right. Well, you have enough energy to move there.
Use my thing yet?
yeah, you're free.
Okay.
You're free.
Well,
Yeah,
once.
your free one is used.
What happens when you rest in that zone? Does bad shit happen?
No,
to
I
you?
think it's just
Nothing.
regular dream. No,
Yeah.
no dreams, no nothing.
No dreams here.
It does have a broken Menhir symbol.
It's the safest place
Yeah.
to.
We lost them in you.
Yeah.
No, we
Well,
haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
I think we have to clear these.
There's
people
a
out.
small mob between you and the Menhir.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Which you
problem.
need to address.
Okay. If I lose shit.
If I lose shit. Aaron, this is all your fault.
Listen, I will take the blame. It's
You're
fine.
spending the energy to go up there.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Nothing bad ever happens, Eric Luke.
All right. 1 energy for each of us, or I can spend 2. I'll spend 2.
Wait.
So we each have 1 left.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, big bucks, no whammies.
Well,
It's
for
1
each
energy
of you, so
for
each
each of us.
I
I'm
had
giving
to-
you my energy because I know you're low.
And then
Yeah.
spend it.
Yeah. Isn't the Explorer
All
free
right.
here?
Wait, you
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, the
Explorer's
Explorer's
free.
free here.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
you don't lose.
I'll keep 5 energy.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
Oh.
roll a die and add 6 and
Which one you want,
subtract
this one or
2.
that one?
So we need
4, 5, or
4,
6.
5, or 6.
Fitty shot.
Come on, girl.
You can do this.
You got this.
How about
It's a fucking 1. All right, we're not talking these people down.
Oh my god.
So
Eric,
with
hit someone.
Holy shit.
they are unconvinced. They chase you out and continue the siege. At this point,
You're going to have to fight him. Or leave.
or I can just spend several turns gaining a ton of rep.
We don't. Well, we have to replenish the Menhir and then you can go do it?
Yeah. The Menhir is the important thing.
Does that mean he gets another quest?
Not yet, but I'm very
That means he
quickly
gets another
getting
quest.
there.
then, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
it gives another quest
It
code.
gets another quest marker, so now it's -3 to whatever.
It's as bad as it can get at this point. Without being whatever replacing. Maybe replacing that particular zone is, the new police state. You don't know.
Well, the alternative is to fight off an angry mob, which is difficulty 4.
Right. We should regroup.
I suggest I'm going to spend like the next 3 days at Kuanacht earning a rep,
Right. Let's wake the Menhir up and then let's.
and then
I
if
need
to-
and then
I
at that
need
point,
to go to-
yeah.
Oh, you
Can
don't
I
have enough
explore
energy
that
to
area?
move there though.
Can I move her?
No, it requires 1 energy for each player, no matter whether you're in a group or
Alright,
not.
if you're-
Yeah, and if you're in a party, you both spend energy. I don't think you can share. I don't know if you can share your horse or not. Yeah, you both spend it.
We can sleep here without your paragon. And we'll spend the night and wait.
Can I search that one?
You want to search the Hunter's Grove?
Sure.
I have extra.
Yeah, you do. You might as well.
I have extra energy.
I have extra as well, but there's nothing else to search here that hasn't already been searched.
Yeah, I think you've covered pretty much everything.
Actually, it was you.
Yeah, I did. I did all the jumping through hoops for you.
What is the number? 102?
But I don't think Bob's ever. So,
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah. I was
more
gonna say
to go.
Augie's already done it, but that's okay. So, all right, it's still here as always. Enormous empty eye sockets start to watch you as soon as you descend into the moss-covered basin. The horns, as wide as a long ship, are now a home for countless birds. Inside the vast skull lies a quiet, candlelit shrine with several straw mattresses strewn about. The local hunters call this ancient skull the Stagfather and lay charms and offerings around it. The legends say the Stagfather takes the dreamers away to join him on a great hunt. Do you have the tracker status?
No.
A trail of blood and broken branches is not unusual in the sacred forest of the Great Hunter. You almost pass it without noticing when an imprint of a bloodied hand on a white birch's bark catches your attention. This prey certainly wasn't an animal. Gain the tracker status. Yeah. Then choose one. Follow the trail or carry on, go back to the start of this location and make another choice, and you will get to make it. Would you like to follow the trail?
Yes.
A tangle-haired bow maiden lies hidden deep in the briars, clenching her pierced gut. It looks like the hunter became the prey. Judging by the bow maiden's hidden hisses and curses, there's still some fight in her. You approach regardless. Her wound looks beyond your help. There's only one place where they can tend to injuries like this, the island asylum off the coast to the south. But it's a long trek to save a bloodthirsty servant of the Stagfather. Place a time token on the dial and set it to 2. This dial moves with your character model. As long as you have the dial, add 1 to each energy cost you pay. When the dial ticks down to 0, discard it. This will make the task impossible to complete. You could also voluntarily discard the dial at any time. Your new task is to bring the wounded bow maiden to the island asylum and explore the asylum to find help for her.
Which we haven't even revealed.
Is down
Right.
which we can't reveal because there's no Menhir down there.
Oh,
Correct.
So this would have had to have been done
Earlier on.
the first chapter.
Maybe the next playthrough.
Well, you can voluntarily give her up. I mean, there's nothing you can do for her.
Put her out of her misery.
I guess
Your exploration ends. You may re-explore if you still have energy you want.
We have one more.
There were other options.
Okay. Sorry, lady.
Okay. Choose one. Would you
Shh, sleep now.
would you like to sleep in the shrine, dig through the offerings, deface the shrine and leave a message to other hunters? If you have part 1 but don't have part 2 of the morning song status. I don't think anybody has.
I don't think so.
Or you can leave. So sleep in the shrine or dig through the offerings. I don't think anybody has a morning song.
I don't recommend defacing any shrines ever. That is never... The Stagfather shows up to beat your ass. Gain Curse of the Stagfather.
Okay.
I don't want to
Yeah, that's acceptable. Definitely don't deface the shrine. I feel like that's just asking for an escape.
You want to dig through the offerings?
Yeah.
Clearly, if they left their coins here, they didn't want them anymore, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have part 5 of the pillager status, gain 1 wealth. Then gain part 5 of the pillager status.
You're that guy that pillaged that one time.
No.
That was my twin brother. Pillager status? I think they're alphabetical.
Yeah, they are alphabetical.
Oh, pillager. I get 5?
Okay, to do together.
And I get a will.
Okay.
The only exception to the rule is performing action character.
Okay.
The active player that is
Has to spend at least 1.
has to spend at
Right.
least 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could
I
take
can
you guys
spend
home.
2 energy to take us over to Tango Root, and then you and I can spend 1 energy each to get to Whitening.
That would be a
That's what
great
we'll do.
idea, honestly.
Then that's what we'll do, because
Alright.
she needs to get there to rest.
Yeah, desperately. I actually need
All
to
right,
get the rest.
so we have to, unfortunately, do a blue from just from walking in. But listen, it's better to take care of it now than. Is it diplomacy, please?
Yes.
And it's an omen.
It's an omen.
Level 3.
Oh, crap.
To read.
Here we're fucked. You deal with this.
Bad luck
that
seems
baby.
to follow you. A group of townsfolk decides to escort you out of the settlement.
Okay. Then what?
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Okay.
No soup.
He's gonna die. Did you want to die now? I want to die now.
Banjo music plays in the background.
Oh, this
They
sucks.
take you down by the river.
Much so.
Actually, this isn't. It's not awful. No, I take that back. It's awful.
Okay. Can we unawful it?
We can. Prove gods favor you. Spirituality, lose 1 magic, and take the last card off the thing when the enemy attacks. Or shift the blame. Using empathy, it goes up 1 on the track. Lose when the enemy attacks, lose 1 rep, and then take the thing off the track. Reward is 2 rep and 1 magic. Failure is lose 2 Lose 2 energy, take 2 damage, and move to a connected location. Losing 2 energy would be really bad.
I would be.
Well, you get to
exhausted.
choose, so.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree.
All right.
I
Alright.
can't lose.
You're gonna diplomatic.
Allow me.
That's why you have the diplomat.
This is why I'm here.
We
You
have to
a
fight
hammer.
this together, right?
That's the most
Yeah.
diplomatic solution.
Yes.
It is. Rock
You just
hammer.
need to
The answer
get
you're
it,
looking for is at the end of my hammer, sir.
just need to get it to the top of the gauge there. We just need to move it 3 spaces. That's not awful.
No, not easy, but not terrible.
No.
I mean, that's a tough encounter. That is level 3. How's it look?
Like shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
This is genuinely kind of awful. No, I take that back.
You got it?
Um,
Maybe arrange the things in an order such as with You Don't Dies? Is your stuff poo poo?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, my deck is not impressive either, and I'm going to have to deal with the same encounter when I come in there. Because I'm outside of it, so. It's a not the goo.
okay, I think I can make this work.
Okay.
I'm going to start by making a very bleak joke.
Nice. Dark humor always helps.
Yep. I get nothing out of it, but if affinity is not green, I lose a rep. Gain 1 charge for each point of my practicality. So 1, or no, that's a charge. That's a different thing. Okay, so I have a charge on it, and I can pay a charge. The next card does not need to connect
Okay.
with a symbol, which I don't need because I'm then going to play Farmer's Tattle. Double move up, yoink yoink, and that allows me to do that, and that allows me to draw another card. Please be awesome.
Please be awesome.
It kind of is. I'll have to spend a magic, but I can do it. Or I could pay an energy and draw 3 cards. No, I'm not going to do that. I will do that instead, because that lets me link it, and if I spend a magic, that will move it up 1 more, which is enough.
Hooray!
You fucking need me.
Uncle Jeebus sent me.
However,
Good.
I gain a terror for playing the Dark Presence card, unfortunately.
Woo!
But that would be really big.
The reward is 2 rep and 1 magic. Would you like to do... Oh, well, how much rep do you have? Okay, yeah. I might take both. Would you like the magic instead? I think you can use it more than I.
use it more in combat.
So now you're back up to 5 rep.
I am up to 5 rep, which is an actual plus from what it was.
There you go. So,
And we don't have to leave. Is the important
Get out.
They're like, get out of town. We don't like you. Which is good, so you can rest tonight.
Yay!
Okay.
So
All right. Should we do it? Does anyone have anything else? they'd like to
No,
do?
I am
Okay.
spent.
Yeah, all right. We're going to do end of day stuff.
Under food.
Rest. Consume 1 food to restore a health and lose a terror. Thank
I
heavens.
can finally lose a terror.
I'm getting all my energy back.
Ugh.
I have a dream sequence, apparently.
so do I. With the green?
Yeah, let's find out.
I think we all have a dream.
It's a dream.
Is your dream in this one too?
I believe so.
Yes. Dreams all around.
I think Kunak's everybody running backwards.
Let's start with the...
Or whitening, rather.
do you have part 2 of the morning song status?
No.
Okay.
No mornings.
You drift off under this ochre-painted constellation into a restless sleep where you chase a young dove in the hills just outside Kuanak. You wake early in the morning in a cold sweat with several fresh cuts. The taste of blood fills your mouth. Beside you, raw pieces of meat lay carefully wrapped in leaves. If you don't have the Hunter's Mark status, each character in this location gains 2 food.
No,
Then gain the Hunter's Mark status, but I think you already have it.
you
I have
already
the
have
Hunter's
it.
Mark.
So you get nothing. You just dreamt about killing things. Next is going to be Jesse and myself at 107.
Yeah, whitening is just everybody moving backwards.
Everybody
I
moving
think.
backwards. Yeah, I think is the same.
We spent a lot of time at the whitening.
Yeah, we've been here before. Your dream of home is understandable, considering for the first time in your life you've wandered so far from it. Why is everyone talking and walking backwards? Who knows? And you are dreaming at the farmhold.
The farmhold, yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if we've dreamt there yet.
I'm not sure. We're
Regular
about to find
dream?
out. I have a regular
You
dream.
lucky son of
I
a-
am lucky as shit.
A tireless dream of endless siege, defeating constant assaults, and hope. Even in the direst situation, the first people on the island never lost hope, and that's the sole reason you're here today. Hint, there's always a way to gather enough resources to light up the next menhir. When you get stuck, explore. Right.
Oh, that's good information.
No, when I explored, I just got crapped on, so.
That is that for
Alright.
the end of the day. Does anyone want to spend experience to gain something?
I still don't have enough.
You need
no,
one
it's
more.
fine.
Yeah. All right, so on to the start of the next day.
I could spend 2 to get 1 practicality, couldn't I?
Yes.
And I
Yes, you
probably
can.
should.
No, I will.
Yeah, excellent
I only get
idea.
1 practicality.
Yeah.
I'm a combat monkey.
Yeah.
Might as well lean into it.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So what do we need?
The clock is at 0.
Yep. So this is the
Lightning
turn.
requires 3 energy per person. It
Oh, shit.
requires 1 health. And
Did you gain your
it
health?
I
requires...
did, but I only gained 1 health, and I took an ass beating. But you can heal, correct? Stay right where you are. And you...
we can work around it.
But split it
Yeah.
up. It's
That's
just,
true.
We can
That's
split
true.
it. So it is 3 energy per player, 1 health per player, 1 wealth per player, and 1 magic per player, plus 1 magic for my curse, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we need 5 magic to
Okay.
start
I
there.
have 4. He has
I have
2.
2.
He has
have 1.
1.
Okay, so you got enough. It's just a matter of how you want to pay for it.
Yep.
I don't need mine.
Well, I need to spend my 1 energy to move into the town. And then I get an encounter.
Wait, is there?
And then he's going to have to do the same
I was
thing.
Is
going to
there a
say, why
warning
don't
event?
you move in together?
This is the
Because
next
we're
day,
in
right?
2 different places.
But you can
No,
party up, right?
No, because we're moving from 2 different places. We have to be together to move.
All right, if you want to make it harder.
He's entering from the west. I'm entering from the east.
Well,
I know, but you can circle around.
Well, you can,
What?
You can
No.
still enter in and.
No, because
Join
we're not
us.
together.
and
Yeah, I can join you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can join up with you guys and soak about, but we got 2 separate encounters, is what I'm saying. I know. It sucks.
We have to. It gets worse because we have to
Let's see the morning.
do that. Hopefully, it's good. I mean, but
That would be nice.
we've already-
The Menhir regenerates itself this morning.
We've already gotten. I think we've already gotten too lucky. Never mind. Beautiful weather. Your first travel today costs 1 energy less, and when drawing a random green encounter, draw 2 and pick one with the smallest value.
Not terrible.
Wow.
Not
I
terrible.
genuinely thought it couldn't get better.
I was already supposed to have a practicality.
I did the same. I did.
Did Augie screw up?
Okay.
He was already supposed to have.
Well, that's funny.
Did he lose it somehow?
He probably just didn't put it on there.
Or did
No,
you?
one.
Or did you put it in the board by mistake?
No, he gained an
No,
extra
I
board.
gained one.
He
I'm
gained an
supposed to
extra
have
board.
it. I didn't
Okay.
use my
Just keep
XP.
your XP.
Never mind.
That's all right. Now you know.
Like if it just randomly flipped.
Right.
I'm
All right.
sorry. We
So
were
you don't
focused
have to
on
spend
that.
energy to come into town.
What was the?
So you're gonna.
Your first travel is free, and when drawing a random green encounter, draw 2 and pick one with the smallest value.
So I don't know if this is a good idea because
Alright.
I used my last food because obviously I gave her a couple. Would it make sense for the 2 of you to go north, grab a bunch of food from green encounters that you get to choose, and then come back? Or
No,
would that not make sense?
no,
Because you get to do it for free.
no. Because it would cost energy to get the food.
Yeah, it costs.
Yeah, that's right. It costs 2.
I would much rather Bob just gave you a food.
That's fine. That's fine.
Have to pay for both of us.
Yeah, we used up all the food.
All right.
We're taking too long. Moving around the board. Yeah, scoop me over and let's see what we got to deal with.
So that's, you get 2?
A blue.
No, it's blue.
Oh, so you don't
blue.
get to do the green fun one?
Yeah, it's a diplomacy one. Aaron, go fix this for
And
me.
it's 2.
I made
No,
tons of
no,
people
one.
mad. You make better.
Huh?
That's fine.
This one is just 1.
It's
Green
just
ones we
one
get 2.
blue. But if you guys are nice enough to play along, the 3 of us can deal with it. Although if the 3 of us deal with it, we only get to draw 2 cards. So would it be safe for me and Aaron to just do it together and leave you out of it?
Ooh. Hallucinations. The local granary was contaminated with ergot, turning regular people into raving lunatics. Okay, we can either navigate the crowd or play Madman.
Oh, can we play Madman?
Madman uses empathy and spirituality. Navigate the crowd uses empathy and caution.
I have spirituality and caution.
I have spirituality and caution, so it really doesn't matter to me either way.
I have 2 spirituality, but I have 0
Oh, you have
empathy.
2 spirituality. Let's go play the Madman then.
Okay.
Every time they attack, it will go down 1 space, and then you gain a terror. But I may very well be able to resolve this in 1 turn anyway, so we'll see how that...
You should watch them.
Is that a 2 times there?
Yes, it is.
At the bottom? I can spend a magic and end it.
So
you can spend a magic and end it. How much magic do you have left?
I have
1.
2.
So we have 1 left.
We will still have enough to do the...
Yes.
Because that's times 2 and then that's 1.
Yeah, that's literally 1 card done.
Or I
One
could
and done?
not spend the
look
magic.
at it. Finally, you have something that's good.
I do good. Chris do good. Chris do good. Or I can do it this way. And we still get
Wait.
Wait.
Nope, I am sorry. It actually starts here.
Down there.
We need 5.
We need 5. Okay.
Makes it a little.
I'm still sitting
My total bad. No. Wait.
I opposite.
More aggressive.
Yeah.
I may also be able to end this in 1 turn.
Okay.
All the-
I mean, if you can do it without spending magic, that would be the practical way to do it.
Yeah.
But if not, I should be able to follow it up with plenty.
Okay. Oh no, that won't connect. Oh, that's okay. It doesn't have to. Yeah, if I do this first, I don't have a magic. That goes up twice. I don't have a magic, so I don't do that. But I do get to draw a card. Come in handy. And I also get to navigate the crowd, because I have 1 courage. So that goes up 1 for my caution and empathy, so 2 more. And I just need to play 1 more card. Yeah. It's lame, but I'm going to mix honesty with persistence. But I lose an energy.
Or you can stop it. What's its thing if it takes its turn?
That'll work too.
Okay.
That's much better. I'm going to plant a seed of doubt.
Yes.
But I will use my spirituality to play the Madman. And go up 1 each for caution and spirituality, which is more than enough to go past the turn.
Alright, done and done.
All right.
Why is it that these encounters are either a piece of cake or absolute fucking terror? There is no in between.
The reward is 1 XP and 2 magic.
Oh, there you go.
However you want to do it, man.
You are 1 away from getting the XP you need.
I would really like to upgrade something.
You take it. I'll take the magic.
And we're going to spend it anyway.
It's easier for you to get it.
Agreed.
Plus,
Agreed.
I would like to be able to have it in case I need it for difficult.
Unfortunately, we can't save the dying huntress. We don't have enough turns,
Nope.
which is a shame.
And we'd also need a Mynheer somewhere down to the south to.
Yes.
But we don't have one. Okay, so now we need to do it again. This time with
Yes.
all 4 of us.
Well, if we do all 4, it's just 2 cards apiece. But if just 2 of you do it, it's 3 cards apiece. So it may.
I'll okay.
You want to just help him out?
I got this.
All right. Do it up.
Eric Lou was thinking more of turning her into rations.
I agree. I don't know what they taste like, but they gotta taste better than dirt.
Is it not good? Nothing happens.
I was like, I'm not gonna touch the deck until Aaron says he's done.
Let's jack up this Menhir.
All right.
I will spend a magic to cover my curse. We just need 4 more.
All right. It requires an energy apiece.
It requires 3 energy apiece.
I can only spend 2
I can spend one
Without
more.
becoming exhausted?
without becoming exhausted.
I got 1. So I got your other one.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 12. That's what we need.
Okay.
And then it's
We need wealth?
1 health. Everybody's going to take 1 damage.
Why do we have to make a blood sacrifice every time?
Sorry. We need 4 wealth.
I have 3.
I have 4.
I mean, I'm more than happy to spend 2 at least.
You guys want to do 2 each?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And then 4 magic. I already did my 1.
I can do.
1. I don't use it.
I'll use 2.
That's 4.
Just
You
need
use
1
1.
more.
Okay.
Okay.
Done. Yeah, then you got
done.
some to use. It goes back up to 5.
Menhir goes back to 5. Everybody is safe for 5 more days.
Yay.
Yays.
Then we go sleepy time.
Does anybody have any energy left besides me?
Go.
I just got 1.
Right.
So I'm gonna go gain some more rep using my horsey. 1, 2, and my last energy doing chores. Rep up to 6.
All right.
If I get it up to 7, I think anything like 2 or higher, I'd have to roll a 1 to fail it. I probably still would roll a 1. So I'm tempted to just stay here and just keep building rep until I'm at like 8, 9, or 10. But like literally everybody on the island frigging loves me.
Right. Ugh. All right.
Because the alternative is facing a level 4 combat, which
I know.
even with all
I
4
know.
of us, I think that might be too much.
Probably too much. All right.
All right, so we end the day.
That is going to be the end of the day, I think.
All right.
You have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to feed us? Much appreciated.
Very much appreciate.
Yeah.
Yay!
I still have no fucking end.
Yeah, go back up.
Really haven't.
You can make it to Mirror Lake.
I can make it Mirror Lake.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
that's a good idea.
So the 2 of us will go to Mirror Lake together. And that brings about the next event. The Menhir ticks down. It was nice having it 5 for a hot second.
Yep. Okay, this brings about another real event.
Oh, we didn't
The
do
last
dreams.
one. Well, we didn't have to. It's everything goes backwards.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Kuanacht is just very basic.
Oh, yeah, you did that one too. Yeah, we've done that one a dozen
We've done
times.
that one.
I keep forgetting that's Kunak because we started there, but we're
Yeah.
all like over
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah, the whole map shifted up into
Yeah.
the right one. You press on with your search, but something feels off. You keep looking over your shoulder, unable to shake the feeling that you've attracted the attention of something sinister. Gain a part of the something is watching status.
Ooh.
Your quest has started to attract attention. Various actions may add further marks to this status. If at any point you have all 4, find and resolve special event C immediately. Put this card back on top of the event deck, then place 7, -1 per player, random events on top. So we need 3 more random events.
You got the randoms right
Yep.
there. Okay.
Got them. Alright. So if this goes on too long, we'll accidentally trigger that because the same event's going to come back.
Right.
Alright. Next day.
There's no encounter in the Hunter's Grove, right?
No.
No.
Well, if you gather food, there is, but
Oh God, we got to do that too. We really need to do that.
What do you
Well,
get up here?
You get to heal.
Yeah, you for free. You rest by the lake. You gain an energy and a health. You lose a terror once per day.
Yeah. We got exactly enough energy for you and I to get
Doesn't
there.
that trigger in the morning? The event?
We just did the event.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was the morning.
Here's the
Okay.
problem. We don't have any food.
Yeah. We are completely out of food. Yeah, that's a problem.
Like as much.
I'm gonna head up to Hunter's Grove today, gather some food, and head back down to Kuanak so I can keep milking the rep train. But
Yeah, I mean the Tangle route has the better purchase, but I literally have 2 energy. So, oh no, okay, so I can go 1, 2 to the Hunter's Grove, then I can move over and get food.
You rest there, you gain a free energy. And
That's literally my only choice.
Yeah.
I mean, so
you just need somebody there with you who has food.
Right.
So if somebody joins you, one of these two,
right,
and they get food.
I know. Here's the problem. I mean, it's always a matter of choice here because you get way more if you do it individually, but the risk is way higher if you do it individually.
Yeah, you can always just run away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because you gain, when you do gather food up here, you gain 2 food and a green encounter.
Yes.
So if we do it individually, that's 4 food versus splitting 2 food plus the encounter.
Correct.
So is all I'm saying.
Yep.
But it's risky.
Yep.
Talk me out of it.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Wait, what is the difference between that and
What is
that?
even
They're both the same. Spend 2 energy, gain 2 food.
Because you don't know you're going to get a level 4 or level 1. You know?
Gains 2
This
food with a
friggin'
green.
guy.
That gains 2 food and a green.
Yeah. So for the cost of that one is more beneficial.
They're both the same.
Does that you gain 2 on that one too?
Yeah.
Oh, so it doesn't matter. Wow, it really doesn't matter.
They are purposely identical, but they do have separate explorers.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, that's true. Well,
I don't think anybody's explored Entangled.
No, that's what I was...
No. Move us both to Mirror Lake because we're gonna start there no matter what. I mean,
you want to heal, don't you?
Yeah. Before we
I know
anything,
CJ needs to
I
badly.
did 4.
Fine.
She's like, fine. Yeah. And then we heal 1, and we gain an energy. Hooray!
Well, it
Still
costs you
But it
2
costs us
energy
2.
to get there.
costs
yeah.
us 2, so I gain 1 back.
And then you lose a terror as well.
Pretty
Nine
good.
down.
Nice.
Nice.
Then you can spend the rest of your energy healing yourself. Because you have the energy to do it. But we do both need to go get food. I'm just thinking I'm going to probably do mine individually and take my chances.
Very much so.
Right. Bob, what are you thinking, man? You know, hunt for some food?
I need
CJ,
food,
if you go to get food, you'll be exhausted.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Somebody should just meet you there.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll move here and go get food.
Right.
Conrad, horse steaks?
Yeah.
Hell no! You stay away from that horse. Absolutely not.
Okay, so I'm going to move there, and then I'm going to gain 2 food and green encounter.
Okay.
Okay.
So he gains 2 food, and he might gain a bunch more. In which case, you guys can just stay there, and he could just feed you at Mirror Lake.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, the beautiful weather's gone.
Yeah, no.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday is gorgeous.
We
Today,
didn't get a chance
not
to
so great.
enjoy the beautiful weather. Damn it!
I know.
The trapdoor hunter, aka it's a giant spider. It can catch young sheep as easy as young. Level 2. What's a hit
How's it
point?
fare against
6?
people with hammers? Hopefully very poorly.
What's the reward?
Word is 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's worth it for us to hunt individually, but at the same time not.
It's ambush, which means you discard down.
Oh.
It's also rush, which
Ow. You know what's nice? Mirror Lake.
It is right there.
well, currently
I mean,
you and I are both boned.
Yeah.
You can spank that thing.
Oh yeah, I mean you're going to take damage the first round, but you're going to destroy it after that.
Yeah.
And
remember, you
have
decide...
enough to heal him 1 after that, right?
Hmm?
If I help you with some energy, maybe. When he moves up with us, you can probably heal him 1 too.
He doesn't need to.
Oh, he's about to. He's about to take 2 damage. Yeah.
And he can
Better
only
give
heal
me a
1 at the
food.
lake.
At the lake, yeah.
He better give me a.
Well, that's...
He's bringing
Yeah.
3. is
Yeah.
the plan. That's
That
enough
is the
for
plan.
each of you.
I can heal one person.
Yes.
So I have to discard 2 automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You choose which two, though.
The other one secretly does 12 damage. Raw.
A1 charge.
Yeah, if you have one with a good ability for next round.
You're going to want to do at least 2
Do you
damage,
have one
I
with a
think.
skull ability that prevents his damage?
You're going to want to do at least 2 damage, I think.
Well,
That's a good one to put down.
You draw a card. No damage done from the bottom thing.
Lose an
2 charges, and I can pay a charge to do 1 damage per point of aggression.
Nice.
So if I pay both charges, that's 4.
That's 4.
That's
Very
4,
nice.
yep.
And depends on what this is. No lightning bolt.
That's
But
okay.
You don't need
Yeah, because it's going to come around your second turn.
So I'm
Okay,
doing
so 4.
4 to it.
He will deal 2 to you for the rush, the ambush, for which
Yep.
one. And then his attack for 4 is 1 damage, and then lose a cube. So now you go again. And now
3.
you murder his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
He's dead. That's 3 more. He's dead.
Yeah. Nice.
I really
Destroyed.
could've
Oh.
killed him.
I continued beating the corpse.
See? Oh man, if that, actually I probably could have just done that. I mean, discard the top 10 cards. Ew.
And gain.
That's what would be like the way to turn it in that. Okay, but
Yeah.
whatever. I squished the spider.
All right.
Okay.
You get one.
You
food.
gain another food.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use an energy to get exhausted to go here and rest to gain an
Gain energy back.
and
There you go.
gain a health
Nice.
and give you each a food.
Yay.
Congrats.
Aw,
Yeah.
you're so sweet.
Sure.
Well, she can use her ability to heal you 1. Or
Aaron.
What's that?
No. You
Okay.
you don't wait for me.
I'm gonna
I'm
spend whoever needs.
I mean, we're all hurting.
You two boys decide.
No, you took the brother damage. You heal.
I can already get max energy.
Oh, you're already max.
You need 1 more to get max
I need
energy.
Matt 1 more.
So no, you.
All right, I'll go with it.
okay. I
He's so sweet. He gave us food and gave you the heal.
Right.
I spend an energy to do chores for the townsfolk, use my horse to go to Hunter's Grove, spend 2 energy to go hunting, gain 2 food, and feed me a green encounter.
Have a delicious green encounter. They're high in protein.
Oh, it's a baby.
Yes!
Fight the...
You get to fight the hare.
I kill baby hare.
Yeah,
3 damage.
3 damage. He does have opportunist. You do get 2 food. Opportunist is
Nice.
you have to play
Ooh,
at least
2
2 combat cards.
Or else he gets the opportunity and wins. I see.
Got to kill him before he has a chance to get away.
But he starts with practicality. Thank God I got a point in practicality.
Yeah, right.
I have to play 2 cards, and I want to do 3 damage.
Mhm.
Otherwise, well, losing an energy won't be the end of the world. My horse still has a free travel for me. He'll get back. All the same, I would really like to put this sucker down. That is not going to do it. I will do extensive planning. Each party member draws an extra card in their draw step, which sets me up nicely, I feel.
And then you can whip down a second card to do something. Goody.
That bad boy.
That's something.
Now, opportunist is I have to play at least 2 cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't say I can't play more than 2.
No,
So he
just at
takes 2 damage from that cube. That links up. And then that links up as well and does the third.
Nice.
Ding.
Yay.
Bravo, sir.
Dead bunny. And I gain 2 more food, which is great. Now I can hook you guys up if need be. And
Glad some people know how to get food.
listen,
I'm not
I
very
always
good
use
at it.
still have a free horse travel. I head back to Kuanat, so I'll gain more rep tomorrow.
All right.
And then I'm taking that son of a bitch down. I'm friggin' doing it. I'm pissed now.
I am certified reputable.
Yes.
You must accept my...
You all love me. I'm basically Walt Disney, but cuddlier.
Oh, my.
Well, I'm done.
I think we're all pretty much out of
we're all
energy.
done. Okay, end
I'm
of the day.
going to spend my experience to give myself a point in practice. I
Nice.
desperately needed that.
I spend a
Yeah.
food
That's my
to
only-
max out on energy.
Food gone.
Okay.
I'm like almost whole
Okay,
again.
spend your food.
Yeah.
Next.
spend my food.
Day, we have good weather. Your first travel today costs one less.
Fantastic.
Woo!
So glad. Well, I don't want to say it because it'll curse us. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
I'm
You
not
keep
saying
your
it.
trap
I'm
shut.
not saying it.
You
I'm
shut
not
your
saying
whore mouth.
I'm gonna rest by the lake first.
Yeah, me too.
Your first travel today costs one less.
Okay, I'm still resting by the lake.
Yeah,
first,
me
so I
too.
get my
We
bonus
should go
energy.
fishing. Fishing sounds
We're
good
going
today.
fishing.
Let's go
What
fishing.
is it?
So Zero, you gain a food and an energy, or you gain,
You gain an energy
health
and a health.
and an energy.
Yeah, and lose a
So-
terror if you have any. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like,
This is nice. We should live here.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Lake
wanna
is
live
very
here.
nice.
Can we stay here? There's no baddies. There's just
If only there was a
nothing.
Manir there.
that's what I'm saying. Why is no Manir's here?
We just drag it over there a little bit.
Did you already turn this
No,
down?
I'm not. I was just going to reach for it and you grabbed it.
Down to
Perfect.
Three. Down to 3, but we got a little more time. So.
All right. Well, I think when we deal with this, it's going to reveal Manir.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
So
And
that
I'm
makes
gonna
sense to me.
deal with it this turn as long as my math is not.
So if you want to go do that while we're fishing, that's fine.
9
We won't stop you.
minus 3 is 6. I would need a 2 or higher, unless Silent One joins me.
Yeah.
Then literally any number does it, even a 1.
Then just pick her up on the way.
All right.
So what we can
What
do
are
is...
you coercing me into?
It's okay.
Excuse
Just
you.
follow.
You're joining me to talk. to
You're
Angry
gonna
Mob
load. You're gonna load his die.
Just follow the creepy.
I mean,
follower.
you know what? I
Yeah.
don't know what the reward is. Do you think it's something where we should all be together to gain a certain status?
Ooh.
I don't either. But I'm thinking if you get your last rep and come up with us, we can all
Let's all
together.
go there. We all got
But
the extra energy too.
And if it doesn't go right, we can just fight our way out
There you go.
together.
We're there.
I just need someone with double empathy. Is the thing.
Yep.
Apparently, that's only me.
That's
Yeah.
all she's got is empathy.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna get there if I ever get experience. I've been stuck at 2 this whole game.
I know. This is the first time I've leveled up at anything.
So first thing I do,
It says you catch a sleep.
spend an energy, gain an additional rep. I now have 8 rep. I'm basically Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I spend my horse's free travel to join you guys, where I immediately rest by the lake and gain that energy back.
Right.
And then
Now, because we have no food, would it make sense for us to all individually go hunting, or do we want to just move here and deal with this?
I have 3 food. I can feed Silent One if need be.
All right.
If you two want to,
Well, we can move back and deal with it after, because we're not going to spend all our energy. We're going to
Right.
spend 2.
Do you want to all go as a party into Tangleroot, and then you guys can do what you want, and Silent One and I will wait on going into Titan's Fall or whatever it's called?
That's fine too, because we haven't explored there as far as we know either.
We haven't explored Tangleroot.
That's what I'm saying.
And I know Bob was interested.
Yeah, I am too. So I mean, but it makes more sense to hunt separately.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
Let's all travel as a group, but we
Well,
can.
we have a free
Yeah.
move. Yeah, we
Yeah,
all have a free move.
You all have a free move.
So do you.
Yeah, I still have a free move as well. All right, then let's all go to Tangleroot. for
hooray!
free.
We're here now.
All right, who is going hunting? I'm good. I'm not going to hunt. Okay, take 2 food and then draw green.
Going by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bubby.
Son of a
Pack
baby.
of strays. Just a 5.
Puppies.
Does have a horde though,
Oh,
so
horde.
during step 3, the enemy attack, the active character discards 2 combat cards from the top of the
Let's see if we even make it.
You're right.
With
Your
a
loot-
5, I doubt it.
Your loot is 1.
All right.
Hey, I'm gonna steal food
There
from
you
my
go.
starving dogs.
Eric Lou says, you catch a selkie.
That'll be my luck. That'll definitely
will
be what I
beat
draw.
the crap. Oh, I'm probably gonna card.
That is such a bad mob. I think it's brutal.
Some of these are pretty.
Right. But I mean, I think some of the cards in the advancement pool will probably deal with some of their abilities.
They're gonna get worse though.
I know.
I know, but I don't feel that like we've had a lot of opportunity to really get our better cards to deal with that.
Yeah, well, you have to spend experience.
Yeah.
They make you choose very, very carefully. But like, I have no practicality, and a lot of my deck has practicality. It's like I have to get a point.
Yeah.
You don't start with it, right? Like when I screwed up and
Wouldn't that be some fun shit?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, all the things are where they're supposed to be. I'm just a bad druid.
Okay.
I'm just
I have a
a
very
bad
impractical.
druid.
I would like to point out that spirituality and practicality are opposing stats.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Do
2 cubes.
2.
All right. And then lightning bolt the shit out of it with a draw card.
Let you draw a card and gain a cube for
Gain a cube for
each.
each missing house. That's 1.
Okay,
So that's
2,
3.
3.
And I get to draw a card.
Yes.
And this links to it because I just drew it.
Yep, and that's
2
another
more
2.
damage.
Done.
That's it.
Done.
Done.
Murder time.
Okay.
Done. Like
I'm glad that
dinner.
your cards have synergy. I'm really jealous.
And you get a food for that, sir.
Right, now I'm back to my 3 food.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Yay! You two are gonna.
Would
pay
you
for
like to
us
go
all
hunting?
the
I
time.
would like to be as successful at hunting as possible.
Take yourself 2 free food.
Yes, I will. At least I'll get 2 food.
Yes.
If nothing else, I've managed to. All right, and it's bad stuff. Yeah, I get the. Yeah, can I borrow your combat deck? Because mine doesn't work
Do
very
you want
well.
the hammer?
I'm probably gonna run away because I really can't afford an ass beating like I got last
It's
time.
a bog maiden. It's level 3. Its hits point is 15.
Oh my god!
Get the hell out of there. Just go.
The trait is slow, which means you would draw 1 card at the start of combat and during the end phase.
You get to have 4 cards instead of 3.
If you lose all health or gain maximum terror, you gain secret card 66 and escape from combat.
Ooh. Secret card.
That's
Would you like to go insane?
tempt me not,
Reward.
murder maiden.
Reward is 1 XP and loot is 2 magic. Keep in mind, though, that the penalties for not getting all of the stuff here are pretty. It's 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, second tier.
Holy hell!
Right.
I don't think I can afford to fight her if I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
What's the opportunity?
Discard the
Discard
last card
in the sequence.
Oh, that's it? Jeez.
Run
Yeah,
Take the energy loss and call it a day.
yeah,
to the bottom.
yeah. That sucks, but I mean,
You got your 2 food.
yeah, I got 2 food out of it. And I
Really?
did not
Thank
die.
you. Bye.
Oh,
I would like to fight
Alright.
that. That would have been fun.
Should we all go to...
Yeah.
wanna- do you
Somebody
wanna-
paying for food for
Oh,
me?
it
do you want
does.
to explore before we go?
I have 3 food.
Bob's
This is going to give you one. Did anyone want to explore before we head over to Titans?
Yes.
All right, so you're exploring Tangled.
Explore.
I would love to explore.
You want to go with him? What number is on the top of that card, please?
114.
Yeah, you got plenty of energy to spend. Might
I
as
got
well,
a
right?
bonus energy.
Yeah.
You know.
We need one to explore. Or no, we don't. Titans is free. Never mind.
Yeah. That's
The oldest and largest forest of Avalon is split in half by a deep gorge. Roots of enormous trees burst out of its slopes and turn the trail from the south to the north of the island into a dangerous maze. Wooden planks, suspended bridges, and lanterns, tended to by the sworn brotherhood of trail keepers, make this road only slightly more manageable. As you enter, you hear human shouts and animal cries echoing deep into the gorge. Would you like to delve into the gorge, visit the Trail Keeper's Lodge, or pay your respects? Requires a rev, which is me, and the Fails Legacy status, which I couldn't do any. Or you can leave. So your choices are delve into the gorge or visit the Trail Keeper's Lodge. What would you like?
I was about
Hell
to
yeah,
say,
go see the lodge. Yeah.
That sounds like the safest thing.
You sound like the little wood elves in
Right.
one game I play. The woods with me.
You find the lodge sitting on top of one of the bluffs overlooking the gorge. You ascend a flight of stairs cut into the side of the canyon. If there's a time token on this location, the lodge is empty. Exploration ends. You have part 2 of the Tangle route knowledge. Trailkeepers can't help you anymore. Exploration ends. Otherwise, if you have at least 1 caution or part 1 of the Tangle route knowledge status, go to verse 9.
They have
Yeah.
lots of caution. They're the most
We literally
cautious
both
people
have
in the
one
woods.
caution. It's the only thing I do have.
You don't step in the bear trap. Good job.
After a moment of thought, you disappear in the thick forest, circle around the lodge, and make your way through the back entrance. The lodge keepers wait in ambush around the main door, armed and patient. You
Touch
realize
the shiny tree either.
if you attack now, they will be completely surprised.
Attack.
You can ambush them, or you can convince them they've lost their way. Requires 2 empathy or 2 spirituality.
Ooh.
It's up to you, because I want to go beat them up, because they're jumping me first.
That's right.
I have a hammer.
Probably gonna regret decisions, so let's.
You want to try the empathy
let's
thing?
try to talk about it.
Empathy.
Give me a token, because I need to find a secret number.
Ooh.
No, I think you may have made the right choice. Let's find out. It
Ooh.
is
Probably
3.
not. You know this. That's
1,
a shiny tree. I just get stabbed back. So.
318. That's
You know when you hit the secret page.
big bucks. No way he's got.
Stabbed backwards.
You learn that the trail keepers were attacking travelers out of hunger and desperation. For a long while, not one shipment came from farmholds that were supposed to provide upkeep for the trail. Thanks to your effort, the keepers realize they've let the trail become more important than the people traveling it. As a thank you, they share with you many secrets of the gorge. Each party member gains 1 experience.
Yay, bravo, bravo.
Gain part 2 of the Tangle route knowledge status.
Ooh.
Exploration ends.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Now can we beat
Part
'em
Well
up?
done.
2.
Now you can tech them.
Now can we beat
Yeah,
'em
it's
up?
That option is taken from you.
We lulled them into a sense of false
That's right.
security.
Your exploration ends.
You said part 2 of the
Yes.
Tangler?
Yeah. Well done. Excellent job. It's
Yeah,
experience.
you-
Experience is hard to get in this.
You literally would have killed them and just found nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean. Okay,
All
let's
right.
go over.
Well done. Are we ready to enter?
I think
Sure.
so.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
I'll spend my 100.
Big bucks, no whammies. Move us in
Stop.
there. We explore for free. It's 115. Very next one over.
Does this one go down to
All
1
right.
now?
What's that?
This. When does this move?
When the book tells us to, but
Oh, okay.
it hasn't yet. So,
No, it hasn't.
We
okay.
combine
So
all our rep together.
we
now
roll
have
a
2
die.
reps.
No, it's just
We-
the highest character.
we add the highest reputation, which is mine, 8, to the highest empathy, which is yours, 10. Subtract 3, which means 7 plus whatever we roll is high enough. It
Wanna
takes.
roll
It doesn't.
no.
It
This is the one
takes.
time
I
you
want
can't fuck
you
it up,
the
Aaron. You sure you don't
satisfaction
want to roll
of
it?
You know what?
The
You're right.
satisfaction of a
You
6.
just-
Come on.
Now you're going to roll a
Anything
6.
but a 0. Anything but a 0. Yeah.
He rolls a
it's
fucking 5.
Of course it is.
I want to give him the satisfaction.
It takes a long while, but you
Yes, it
manage
did.
you manage to convince them to leave the temple. The crowd quickly silences the few dissenters. They begin to disperse, most heading for the burrow to the east.
Mhm.
Each party member gains 2 experience.
Woo!
I knew it was a good idea to go together.
How?
Remove the dial and all tokens from this location card, and
Nice.
then go to verse 5.
Nice.
You enter the temple. Gawain is here, tended by 3 frightened priestesses of the Allmother. He gestures for you to come closer. He's badly wounded. The scabbard lying on a piece of red cloth beside him is apparently not as powerful as some would believe it to be. I thought all was lost, he says. But now, look, you seem more than capable. The scabbard here needs to reach the tombs of the Order immediately. Alas, I'm not fit for travel. Not to mention that traversing the island as an envoy of the Round Table causes some difficulty. My brothers should already be in the tombs waiting for this relic. Will you do this for me? Will you take it? Gain the Shrine Secure status.
All right. Shrine secure
Is
status.
this really the castle on Anthrax? And
That's right.
He just wants to stay here with the maidens, doesn't he?
A spanking, a spanking.
Now, we must choose one.
Of
We can refuse the quest or accept the quest.
course we're going
I'm going to.
I mean, we could loot his corpse, is all I'm saying. No, of course we're going to accept his...
Duh.
That's why we came here and did all this.
I mean,
Oh.
We
if
accept
I
the quest?
lose
Yes.
all
We
of my
accept
health
the
because
quest.
I accept this quest, though, I'm beating somebody up.
Okay. Gawain smiles through his pain and hands you the scabbard. You see the glint of hope in his eyes. Gain part 4 of the Restoring the Order status.
All right.
Ooh,
We're
that
checking a
one
lot of
is-
boxes this time.
That one is a thing. When you have any 6 parts of the status,
Oh.
what number?
4.
Part 4.
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah, when you have any part of this...
Status, go to
When you have
BOS
any
verse
6
512.
Need 6
Take
of the
secret
8.
card 95.
Ooh.
Ooh, which is going to be the scabbard, I would imagine.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, 95?
95. Are they in numerical order?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Because that would make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Because somebody shuffled them.
I did no such thing.
And flipped them upside down.
No, they're like double-sided. Those are like double-sided. 90, 42. Yeah, none of these are in order.
90, 42. That.
90, 42, totally.
I'm
in
using
order.
core math.
No, it's none of these are in order. There are 3 66s, 4 66s. I'm nervous.
What?
It's order 66. 95.
Oh, that's the one that makes people insane.
Oh.
That's the one you would have gotten if you'd fallen to that thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right.
95.
You have 95, which is the scabbard, right?
Excalibur's scabbard. At the end of your rest, you may gain 1 terror to restore an additional health.
Ooh.
Man, if we're near the lake, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Who's most likely to gain a ton of terror?
I have cards in my
Gain
combat
a
pool.
tear to gain more
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, I know, but who's most likely to... Well,
Be able to
she would not be
purge it.
able to heal it, so it would be one of the
Right.
3 of us.
Yeah. Well, I have the ability to heal terror too. I have a card in mind that does
You
it
might
too.
as well take that.
All right.
Hold on to the scare.
All right. I'll put my staff in it.
There you go.
All right.
They're married.
Quiver of a boner.
All right then. And what is the verse?
That's it. That's the end of it. Exploration ends.
Don't we have to do the thing?
No.
No,
Only
you
you,
need-
you,
six
you
of
need
them.
6
you
of
need
them.
6
Oh,
of
you
the
need all
8.
6.
Yeah, we only got
Well,
this.
6 of the 8.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we have to take the scabbard to
The Tombs of the Order.
Which are east.
I assume now. Okay, so to raise the Menhir in this
Are you gonna write it
location,
down?
Go ahead. I'm
Ooh.
shitty handwriting. So.
What's the Menhir need here?
2 energy and 2 magic per player. Put a new Menhir model on this location and set its dial to 8 minus 1 per player.
So
What
five.
do
So
we need to take
4.
it?
4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tombs of the Order.
That's it.
Yeah.
We need a new book.
We need magic.
What do
Yep.
we need?
To raise a Menhir here, it's 2 energy per player and 2 magic per player.
Well,
So that means 9 magic given my curse.
if somebody spends an energy for me, I can gain
Magic. Here.
and I have to spend 1 to use my ability.
Would you like 2 more? Or
I
can you
can't.
only do it once per day?
No, I can do it multiple times, but I'll exhaust myself if I do.
Well, what if I give you 2?
You can't.
I
I have
he
to
has
pay
to
at
use
least 1 for my
you
ability.
have to pay at least 1.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But tomorrow
Okay.
we
Sure.
can absolutely do that. So, but it is 10:30. So.
Yeah. I mean, that feels like a pretty victorious place to
That
end
was
it on.
awesome.
We're
We
still
found
not,
one of the Knights of the Round Table.
I know, but we're still not done with the chapter. Although I was sure that was going to do
Yeah.
it. But no, we're
No,
still
now
not
it's gonna
done.
make us.
I
Yeah.
really enjoy how rich the content is, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
we've moved around the same 9 blocks,
Same
and,
9 blocks
and
for
crazy shit keeps happening.
like 5 hours
Yeah.
of total time, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's been an insane adventure. Okay.
He's not wrong. When you start getting a lot of power ups, it usually means you were about to find
Yes.
something
Yes.
horrible.
Yeah. But I mean, having said that, we all did get some XP from it. So
Yeah, we did. We
can't
did.
complain.
I had none.
Yeah, that was well done. That was well done.
I would love to get the XP from the guys at Tangleroot just like they did, but neither one of us has the root. Oh, actually, you do. I think it was spirituality. Or
we can
empathy.
go together after tomorrow.
Yeah. It's free XP.
Yeah,
Might
we'll
as
do
well.
that tomorrow.
It was caution, and then
Yeah, which I have a caution. Yeah, I have a caution.
No, you need double. You need 2.
Oh, you need 2?
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been great. No, it's spirituality.
Spirituality,
It
okay.
was 2 empathy or 2 spirituality.
Oh, that's what it was,
Okay.
empathy. Yeah, but it's spirituality. We'll go together.
All right.
We'll deal with it.
Yeah, it's XP.
we could go
Yeah.
back and get more.
Well, right now we need magic if we're gonna raise this new
Yeah,
manure.
which we can work on together.
Let's do the end of the day stuff and then save.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so everybody,
But I have
do we want to finish out the day before
We can explore here.
No, we can't.
Is it-
We've
is it-
literally explored everything.
So we've done
There is- all you could do is go back and look at the same caves you already looked
You
at.
could you could go back and get food.
Explore.
Or
there.
you could explore. Yeah.
We didn't go in the gorge.
Yeah, that's true. I'll go with you.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll with it.
Ooh.
Do you want to
But I
come
don't
up or are you
have
going to stay
money.
there?
I guess if you spend an energy, I can go with you.
Sure.
All right. We can move as a party if you want.
Except I can't spend enough energy to get you to explore with us.
Yeah, I might as well stay here then.
Unless you'd rather
Want to
dream and
explore.
tangle.
Yeah,
No, there's no dreams there. So you'd probably be safer at.
I'll just stay
You're
there.
safer there.
I'll stay for there.
So,
Yep.
Right.
All right. So I don't spend 200.
I just don't
Yeah.
have one to explore.
I can give you one to
So-
explore.
Okay, so I can move on. And
The 3 of us head over there.
and then I would spend four. What
I
do you
spend one
need
to
come
explore for
over?
me.
no, he's staying
He's
there.
I'll
staying
just stay there.
There's not enough energy between all of us to get it done. I spend an energy for you to explore.
Okay,
So,
so
I have 2 more. Exhausted.
All right.
That's fine.
you're good.
Maybe you should spend it instead, so I have 1 energy left as well.
So you both have
So we
one.
both have 1 left. Alrighty. Tangleroot.
Yes.
Delve into the gorge or visit the Trailkeeper's Lodge would be pointless. I'd love to pay my respects, but I don't have Fail's Legacy, which stinks. Okay, so we delve into the gorge. The central part of the gorge disappears to the north. Just after you enter, it branches off into several smaller ravines. Many tracks disappear into them, left in the clay at the bottom of the gorge. If you have Part 5 or Part 6 or Part 7 of Fate of the Exposition, which I have none,
I don't think any of us do.
and you don't have Fail's Legacy status,
Nope.
go to 7. Nope. If you don't have Part 1 of the Coswheel status, and you don't have Part 5 of it, I do not, we go to a verse.
Nope.
Okay, let's find out what verse we're going to.
Oh, close.
Verse 4-3. 4-3-5. Hopefully this is.
Yeah.
Now we're going back to the lodge thingy and picking the right stuff and
You hear a woman's shouts coming from deeper in the forest, mixed with growls of some angry beast.
great. Mine can leave.
Ignore the screams and go your way, or help her.
Help her.
Help her.
I'm-
There's
I'm-
3 of you. Just go destroy whatever it is.
I want to help her.
It's end of the day.
Fine,
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's gonna wind up being a
Help her.
damn selkie, but
It's
Yeah,
gonna.
They were 100%.
Like, here's your level.
Hey, it's the
20
bog
bees.
lady again.
if we had ignored it, we would have gained Part 5 of the Coast Wheel status, which would have prevented us from coming back. But instead,
No.
you approach the source of the shouts. A young woman desperately fights off a weird bear. The creature mauls her badly and she falls to the ground. The beast
did
now
beat one of them
focuses
before.
on you.
Mhm.
Place a dial near the event stack and set it on 5. Resolve the weird bear green
Yeah.
encounter, difficulty 2.
Yeah, we did a 3. That wasn't that the first.
Yeah, I think it was a 3.
We could do that.
Yeah, it actually
Yeah.
lands around.
That's cool. All right, so
Is
it's
there
set
an
as 5.
encounter?
Weird bear.
Weird
Green,
bear, yeah.
green encounter. It's difficulty 2.
Yeah, there
It
you go.
is.
Yeah, we beat. Wasn't it the Guardian, a level 3
Okay.
one?
Yeah, I
We
think so.
decrease the dial by 1 with each enemy attack, and if we would set it to 0, we discard it instead. If we discard the dial, escape, or lose combat, the woman dies.
So 8. What is
Pressure's
Guardian?
on.
You got 5
Guardian.
turns, 2 cards apiece. Do it up.
Yeah, we have 5
What's
turns. We can do
Guardian?
this.
Oh, that's if he's a
Yeah.
somebody.
He's not a guardian in this case.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. So he has 8. And it's 3
It
damage.
just means if he's not defeated, the encounter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Guardians don't despawn.
He's
Alright.
really not that.
Come on, H-Bomb, we got this.
Yeah.
Ready?
You only get 2 apiece, though. That's the only downside. There's
What?
3
Okay,
of
it
you.
was
No,
4.
I thought it was if we were all
There's
4 of us.
4.
Is there
For 3, we still get 3.
3? You get 3?
Yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't bring you with us.
Oh, yeah,
4 we
exactly.
That.
You got this.
Really? Well, that's just sexy right there.
I probably don't want to go first.
See, that's 1, 2, 3. It's 3. Let me see what I can do. Wow, these are this one and this one. If I have a magic and I don't have.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. Now, I think you can spend magic for other players in combat if you're in the party. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So if you do have a magic bomb, you can't. If you needed to link up or whatever, if you do a thing, somebody could help you.
Because I can do. Oh no. And I get to draw a card still. I know that one doesn't matter, but
Right.
actually. That's 2 damage. Then I lose a health. And then I can lose a health or pay a magic, and the next card does not need
To link up. All right. No, it goes to the end because that's old. Yeah,
It goes to the end.
it's like an enchantment. It stays out.
So that's 4, 5.
And you get to draw a card, you said?
4, 5, 6, 7.
When do you draw the card?
That's okay because that links up right there. And that
Oh,
would kill it.
7. Oh, yeah. It
That'd
doesn't
kill it
need it. I'll
anyway.
pay a health. It doesn't need it. 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
Dead.
it's dead.
So I lose 2 health.
The murder machine handled it. Everyone go about your business.
Thank God. I mean, my cards were absolutely
I'll
awful.
do that.
Yeah.
That's every time you draw combat, I'm like, oh no.
I had the reaping card, but the reaping card's only good if you've been able to get a sewing card out and put some charges on it.
Right.
So you need combat to go on for a while.
Right. Which is very difficult in this game.
Yeah.
Unless you can get that ebb and flow of losing and gaining cubes, you
Or
really
preventing damage.
can't. Or preventing damage.
So
Right.
we get 2 food.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. Who
You got it.
needs it most? I'd say give it to
one
her.
automatically.
Yeah. Then you guys split the other one, I guess.
One.
If you win before the dial runs out, go to another verse.
We need to dial out.
That's right. Didn't stand a chance. Like I said, everything like dies immediately, or it's like, oh no. There's like no in between.
Yeah. The woman lies on the ground, bleeding out. You dress her wounds as well as you can. Fortunately, they're not severe. After a while, she regains consciousness and looks around with terror in her eyes
It only fits on the skull.
Yeah.
That's what.
until she notices you and sighs with relief. You learn that she recently became a traveler. Her name is Koswil, and the reason for her voyage is rather interesting. Her family owned an old notebook filled with odd spidery writing and striking sketches. It was handed down from generation to generation along with a story of a heroic ancestor who fought four-dwellers in weirdness. None of her relatives could understand the language of the notebook. When it passed on to her, she decided to unlock its mystery. She's currently seeking a scholar who will help her with translation. She's heard someone like this resides in Timberwall. We have two options: convince her to abandon her quest, or give her some advice on surviving in the wilds.
I mean, clearly she's not good at surviving. She needs some advice,
Give
if
her
nothing
some
else.
Yeah.
Does need some advice.
Advice.
Right. We have to lose one energy, but either one of us can spend that. I'm happy
That's why we
to.
did that.
You see a bear, run.
She is not a great warrior, but she has a great dream. Gain part 1 of the Koswil status. Exploration ends.
Cool. I like
So
unlocking
where was
shit.
that other?
Timberwall.
Timberwall, yeah.
And
There's apparently scholars there that can help translate her notebook.
That's probably who you're going to run into next if you go a certain direction. Who knows? Yeah.
I'm hoping.
We can't move this.
All right. So I'm out of energy. I think everyone's out of energy. It's time to end the day and the stream. So let's end.
Phenomenal.
The day. Everybody consume a food.
Heals,
Restore 1
maxes.
health and your energy.
That goes down.
And we will finish with dreams, which you get to skip, thankfully.
Yes.
No chance of having a nightmare for you.
Yes.
I still can't see that. It's 111.
I am going to
114.
spend my experience.
Very good. Shuffle, draw 3, and choose one. Well done.
So it's 2 times whatever you have.
You dream about the roots of giant trees,
so.
digging deep into the black, oily soil. You dream about nutrients and pure waters sucked from under the surface of the forest. You wake up strangely invigorated. Each character who has this dream gains an energy.
Jeez. Well, how about that?
Start with bonus
Start with
energy.
plus
Bonus
1 energy.
Yeah.
And the lake's right there.
Nice. Well done, guys.
Wow.
That went frighteningly well.
Yeah, I mean it was a rough start.
It was.
It was a rough start, but it definitely
You
got
teach
better
her
as we
dodge.
went on. Yeah. We teach her how to dodge. Yeah, that's
Why won't you dodge?
All right. So that's going to be it from us. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Conrad, Eric Lou, and even Reluctant Butter was here, and anybody else who came and hung out, lurked. We love our lurkers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's going to be it. We will be back on Sunday with, I think, a random game.
Yeah.
We don't have anything planned, right?
Nothing specific, no.
I was going to say, yeah.
It will be a game. It will be a board.
It
It will be a table.
game. That much we can guarantee, and it will be at the table. So we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We will see you back again right here on Sunday. And of course, we're going to do more Tainted Grail next Thursday. If
Yes,
all
that
works
is the
out.
plan.
So looking forward to that. And meanwhile, you guys take care of each other and have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.